not as simple as just listening to a call out, reacting, and charging there. You have to think a couple steps ahead, and you have to say, okay, well, when they have the ball here, where could they potentially rotate it to? All right, let's push towards here. I'm going to make a push on this side, teammates push, and the coordination is just much more difficult on a large map here like Recharge.
That's the word I was looking for. Coordination and your cohesiveness, it sticks out.
I should just type that in the beginning of my essay. I could have got full credit for that answer.
You get an A, Dave. Who am I to not give Dave Walsh an A in his knowledge of Halo? But nonetheless, I couldn't agree with you more. A game type like oddball, I feel like the knowledge of when to rotate it, when to drop it, all of that decision making comes really into the impact on how your team's able to efficiently score. Usually the best teams in the world are the best at also doing that, which is why I feel like oddball is the least game type we see upsets occur in throughout Halo's history. For foe right now, you're still in this series. Can you push it to the game 5 as an underdog? That's what you're always begging for, right? Like if you told me
just get us the game 5 and let
let the big dog eat.
Let the game roll.
Yeah, let the big dog eat in game 5 is what I would say. Just give me the 50 kills. But right now, I mean, how are you feeling on the side of foe? You had the lead at one point in that game 3, and then all of a sudden you look at the final score and you're wondering, where did it become a blowout?
Yeah, it feels like it becomes a blowout whenever Space Station gets a full control. So I do feel that when we've watched here with foe versus Space Station, when they're in the neutral game, foe are doing fine. Foe are many times getting the advantage and getting control from there. But it does feel like once things start to fall apart for foe, here on game number 4, Recharge Oddball, unfortunately it's inevitable. Both sides are going to have full setups at some times.
Yeah.
And when I'm looking at these two teams so far throughout the series, Space Station, I would expect them to get longer ball holds out of their full setups versus foe getting longer ball holds out of their full setups.
To me, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more that we've seen more efficiency, more done with the power when SSG is able to acquire it, the map control that when SSG is able to acquire it. When I'm thinking of Recharge and ways to mitigate that, and ways to like deny an opportunity for a counter setup or for a counter map control, getting that ball to the back blue and being able to play it has got to be something that foe have got to focus on. I think if you're trying to set the oddball up in either top elevator or over into pipes, like ideally that's not your most ideal setup, because you want to, when we go 4 down, we want to have an opportunity to like not have to worry about SSG not only acquiring ball time, but having that full setup and us dealing with that at the exact moment. Like limit that time in between, or I guess extend that time in between they get the setup and they get those kills as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think there's many times on this map where in an ideal scenario, if you're able to have the ball over at Hydro and play ball at the end of a setup you have, that would be most ideal. I think the unfortunate reality here on Recharge is there's a lot of times you can't choose that you're going to have that setup there. There's going to be a step or two in between where you first bring that ball towards pipes and then you eventually maybe rotate it over towards Hydro. And this is also one of those maps too where it can be tough. You want to fight as a full roster. There's a lot of times if one or two of your teammates are fighting, you aren't just going to sit back and say, all right, those two die, we can hold and stay alive here. Like you're trying to fight and generally revealing your positions, and that can, like I said, start that snowball effect of your whole team dying. But at some point you gotta fight together ultimately. And like I said, it's inevitable for both these teams. There's gonna be times where all 4 are down for each of these teams at different times. When you're playing at this level of play, it's just going to happen.
Here we go. Game 4. Can foe get this to a game 5 against this new SSG roster? Can they rattle their bones a little bit before SSG can really get off the ground here at this tournament? They might find themselves in a very highly contested series. This game 4 is going to decide whether or not that's the case. Shock Rifle, obviously at the top. Camo in the bottom middle. Mighty's right now 37 and 20.
Oh,
that was his oddball score against Native Gaming when he played them in oddball. So can Mighty's replicate that here against SSG? Chick getting the first kill. Legend also falling down. And how are foe going to take advantage of this? Look at that target switching. That was so sick. Realizing he wasn't going to win that fight against that person in control does a little damage to someone who's unsuspecting, forces that player to panic and jump out the front window. Anytime you can sometimes disperse that damage across other players, it just creates opportunities for your teammates to take advantage of.
Jimbo finds himself a double. He's got camo and shock in hand. A much different start to game 4 than game 3. As Foe off to the early lead.
This is
Space
oddball.
just 2 kills to their name. Foe have 6.
Oh.
But more importantly, 21 seconds of time.
Yeah,
Let's see what they can do now that the pressure once again is back on from
No
SSG.
way.
Oh, and Legend able to get those
Ooh.
2 kills down there, I believe.
There's 3
Looks
dead.
like that was a
No, 2 dead.
grenade taken out. Legend. Someone from SSG has to explain themselves after the series, but no worries as the elevator set is now broken.
Bam, looking to be aggressive bottom
Oh, the
elevator.
trade.
With
Okay.
Wutum. You'll take that if you're Wutum under that much pressure. 3
Yep.
go down for SSG right now. Legend, the last player alive, trying to
He
play
trying. He
with
can
the
grab the
grenade,
ball.
knocks the ball all the way down to bottom elevator. And Legend reacquires that off ball, tries to throw it out the front door, does get it to the mangler, but doesn't get it into the pit. So
That's
maybe
not a real play. Let's be real. Like someone who's going over there putting that pressure on can easily just bring that right back into elevator, and it looks like it's gonna be
All right,
someone
so
from
yeah, 3
Space
dead.
Station
All right,
as
so
they
Space
now have
Station
3
should
down.
now should get
Woodham's the
control.
last one alive, and he's over at the sneaky ledge. He's been spotted by Stellar. He doesn't lose those fights.
Yep.
Stellar, a big pick as that ball gets rotated to blue. SSG now with their first blue setup of their own, starting to come back in this game, 23-12.
Look at that. Mighty has to back down there from Stellar. Not sure where
Yeah, they
this
got
extra
good-
help's gonna
good
come
map
out
control,
from
good
the
ball
SSG
control.
team. But he's just going to continue to be this thorn in their side.
This Woodham team
Stellar
showing some
just
fire
laying
though.
down
I mean,
shots
Foe.
on these players, and it's going to be difficult for anyone here
Oof.
from Foe to
Headshots
push
on point.
easily across the map while they know someone like Stellar's over at glass.
Yeah, Stellar just created so much space for this camo that's up right now, and he even gets to pick up the camo
Ooh.
himself after getting a couple of kills, some damage down. SSG do such a good job to control that ball back blue. They do end up being forced to play it. Stellar gets that camo.
Surprised he saw
spotted
him.
out as he clambers up towards that grapple. He has gotten his shield back, the shock rifle in
Got him.
hand, putting it to work. Wutum down,
Oof.
and multiple players from Foe go down. This should be SSG getting the ball and getting the lead.
Yeah, Stellar continually putting the space in Space Station. It's just been nonstop over
He
here.
was just in bad position. He was on their side of
This
the map.
entire time, every single time Foe calls him out, he's just adjusted slightly. So it's not like he's just being static. Yes, he's been over here on this long haul side, but look at how he's done these rotations. He's gone from here to sneaky, to push
Yep,
back towards
alright, so we
batteries,
got the
to
shot
back to
now.
pipes, to glass. It's just all still been around
stay
that
alive, stay
area, just
alive.
being a constant force, but never just
Is
staying
that a
in
trade?
one
I can tell
spot,
'cause of the
waiting
camera.
for them to set their trap.
A big kill by Legend.
3
is
dead.
going to get
They
a
keep getting
reset
3
on the
dead,
ball.
which is
3
really
go down
good.
for Foe. Only 2 members alive for SSG, so the battle for map control is about to be about where is everyone spawning. Legend notices all of his teammates spawning towards glass. That means Foe have got to be towards elevator and pipes. Legend trying to play this front bridge.
Oh, should just continue to shot white throw the grenade.
He's going to be able to play his life if he drops back to back blue. An angle on these players pushing top middle, but multiple members flying at him.
No
The Shroud's
way
gonna
y'all
find
letting
some
this
time
man
to try and
live
stay
like
alive here.
this,
He does
man.
turn the corner. If he can
Well,
get
it
in
was
the
2
white,
dead
he
on
may be able to
Space
get a
Station,
shield.
3
There is
dead,
a
I
player
think.
hot on his tail.
Well done using that defensively. I'm excited to see also as this week transpires how these teams are going to be using it better when it comes to offensively shrouding off an area like glass as they just want to cross the map. It'll be very interesting to see how it's used at its highest level. And there's 3
But
down.
they're actually
Woodham,
yes,
last
okay,
one
so they
alive.
must have
Not sure if
contained,
they've
yeah, they
spotted out
contain
where he
control
is at,
gold
but
with that kill.
Legend and the SSG crew have the ball set up in pipes and have their options where they want to rotate.
Eco
If
thought
there's
he was
too
gonna
much-
get
I was
the
like, there's
back there, and
no
he gets spotted
way.
as he can't land the melee because of it. That camouflage now off the map. It's a 3v3. Stellar with the shot.
Stellar with the
But
shock
what Space
again.
Station does, they saw all that pressure coming in from Needler and from elevator side, and they say, okay, sounds like that's a free rotation through long haul if I've ever heard one. They try to make the rotation. Woodham gets the cutoff, and we get the ball moving on back towards pipes. That's so difficult here on recharge against one of these top teams. You could have everything go right on one side of the map.
Gotta be a little bit more
Is gonna
aggressive, in my
rotate that
opinion.
ball away towards their team's advantage.
If you want to split up your
Let's
resources, SSG just handled the
see,
left side. He said, hey, bring
still
it back.
third.
They're all the way to the right. Great information,
Not
great
getting
play.
first.
Heads up, perfect objective rotations here from SSG. Stellar with this shock rifle is starting to become a problem as he rips Jimbo's head off. He kills Wutum as well with the bandit. That was unbelievable that he is still alive. Spinning in circles, trying to find another player, but everyone from Foe is taken down, and this round is over in SSG's favor.
That was so impeccable. One thing that's just
You gotta make
mind-blowing
adjustments so
to
they
me
won't take
from
down
like
the
someone like
champs.
Stellar or some of these top players is I've never see them have like the shaky or panic shots. Like there's times where like I'm one shot. Back in my day, even at my peak, like if I'm going against someone weak, I'm just like panicky sometimes trying to get the extra damage out there. His shot is just still so perfect and so steady.
Gamers these days are a different breed, they say. The amount of hours this man has got to put in to be
it trades the camo.
This craft.
Burns the camo for that.
Is something special to watch right now.
4 dead.
With a great first round, 15, 3, and 7.
4 dead on foe.
But it looks like Legend has been able to pick that one up. Eco with a little bit of help to help win that first round. SSG have started off so hot to the second round already with the control, and Bound with elevator control is going to allow this setup to be so strong.
I don't lose my ones.
Just angle from Bound, the way he plays this. Do you notice how when he was holding top elevator, looking across towards long haul, he's not fully revealing himself towards mid bridge or towards controller and these other locations. Instead, he's going to be able to pop out and double team one of those spots as soon as the call out comes in. So these players from Foe, they're going to push across this mid bridge. They're going to think they're safe. They might just have a one-on-one against glass or something like that. And all of a sudden, you're going to have Bound shooting him in the side.
Yeah, great
less than a half second after.
It's that min-max that he's able to play from that angle, and he's so good under pressure. He gets to no shield. He made slide work of that player top catwalk, and although it's only a 16-0 lead, SSG really starting to make individual plays that make you think this series is over.
They are, and I know I said at the beginning of this match, I said there are guaranteed going to be times where Foe has all 4 dead from Space Station, or Space Station has all 4 dead from Foe. However, I don't know if I'm seeing any of those times yet where Space Station are all going down. Are we going to see one of these for the first time?
These always have 2 up, 3 up. They never had a 4 down, I think.
Stellar's going to play his life, and I think that that's a veteran play, especially in these objectives, right? Not giving up that staggered death to where you're allowing the setup to last a little bit longer. Now that his teammates are up, Stellar pushes across Cat, finds himself the first kill. Jimbo, looks like you found Stellar, and you know what that means. 22, 4,
Come
and 8.
on,
Stellar
man.
finds
They're
another
winning. Should be weak.
Without taking any damage, and some of those hits come into play. When you look at these top teams, like
this is SSG though, so it's a hard matchup for Foe. You gotta play like the top 3 teams. It's crazy.
There to at least slow down Stellar, make him not be able to just poke out with full shield and be confident right there. And like you said, just a slight miss there from Chick or Jimbo's side to not trade out the necessary damage to slow down that superstar.
Yeah, it seems easy when we're watching it from third person, but I'm sure playing against Stellar is something neither one of us wanted as far as
I want none of that. I'll tell you, there's a lot of things I don't want to do in my life, and that's at the top of the list.
No way he won that.
Halo, not fun, especially not for Foe right now.
He wasn't weak though, so it was a fair fight.
Extending the performance from round 1 to round 2 as he picks up his 24th kill. Eco controlling top red right now, just falling back. The lead not too far away here. Round 2 is not over. This game, this series is not over, but Foe have got to find ways to make some individual plays, and losing 2 members before the other 2 are up in order to push is not how you get it done.
Look at this. We're going to have Eco rotating over, and it looks like they're going to try to hold over towards this glass, but they're getting pinched in. This is such a great push coming in from Foe.
They win this though? That's crazy.
Able to focus over on the long haul side, get the 2 kills they need. Now they can rotate that ball over towards Hydra if they want, but looks like they turn their sights onto pipes, just going for the kills and the control. So despite a great position from Foe, the kills go in favor of SSG, and
they just like the fact that Echo could chase down this person is crazy.
For sure, those 2 players on SSG, Eco and his ball carrier, we're gonna get sandwiched by 2-on-2 on each side. Somehow, some way, the push
they both survived that, which is the crazy
They're
part.
able to deal with the long haul players and blow this lead up to 20 points.
They shouldn't have been able to push nobody
for some
away
teams
from that.
is if you're trying to both continually push towards the oddball and not know which side should be aggressive, which side should be holding. Sometimes it can be very helpful to know, all right, this side's going to be defensive. We're just going to make sure this ball never rotates in this direction. We're going to give you some crossfire when they're helping there. But it felt like both those sides just kind of individually pushing through pipes, individually pushing through long haul. And when you get into individual fights against someone like Space Station, they'll happily accept those fights, try to find the best one, and to charge it, and they did that exactly. They didn't challenge the pipe fight. They challenged the people in long haul, got the fights, got their shields back.
Looks like it's about to be wraps.
It's that cohesiveness that we questioned at the start of the series that's coming back once again here in Game 4, that are allowing, or that are not allowing Foe to try and stay in this one. They do get 3 down. Bound, the last player alive, he's stuck out top batteries. Jimbo knocks him to no shield, and this is the first opportunity for Foe.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
going to
there
see
we
the
go.
first kind of
Chain
full
them
set here
kills.
for Foe. So
Stay
let's
alive,
just
stay
go to
alive.
listening with Foe to hear how they're going to take advantage of the situation.
B-box. Go, bats again now. B-box in fires, B-box in fires. Flash, watch out. Okay, red sets, glass. 3 glass, like 1 fight.
No, where's his help? One dude on both sides. They still got ball. No, they don't have ball control. Is that trade? No trade? They're pinching real hard though. Where was? Oh, is he about to look in the corner for real? I don't think that was a check a corner moment, but you should think they're coming behind you. Yeah. I was like, you should definitely think they're coming behind him. No, get kills first. Get kills first. Wait.
2 tower, 1 mid bridge, camo stacks, camo C-steps, camo C-steps. 1 shot needles. Camo B-box.
Damn, they was waiting for him to peek. They was waiting for your mans to peek. Shadow mission show. Individual.
I didn't trade, 1 shot for me. Gold taps in. Last give us 1 power, 1 head.
One shot, last one.
We have 20 seconds, guys.
Still go 1 shot.
They got 3 dead, man.
Can Bo come off respawn and make a play?
They're going to try to get over towards his pipes first to see if they can control, because they know
there's no
all
way.
those members of Space Station is just going to rain down shots from above to try and touch that ball. 2 seconds,
Halo.
1 second left, and they're not able to get that touch. All 4 down for Bo.
What?
And that's going to be
Halo.
number 4 going in favor of Space Station. Take the series 3-1.
SSG get the
Oh,
job
well.
done in their first showcase of
They're the
new
underdogs
window.
anyway. It's going to be a hard matchup for them.
He had a lot of objective time, maybe not the KD that he probably wanted to showcase for himself, but I'm sure they're very happy with how that series went, knowing that Foe is a very strong opponent after taking down Native Gaming.
The mouse and keyboard player was showing out though.
This was going to be no pushover, but SSG make sure this series
He
doesn't go
said,
any
"I ain't
farther
no
than an
peach."
They mix and match?
Yeah, I was actually overall
Yeah, they
impressed
can
with
mix and
Bo,
match.
how well
Yeah,
they
they
played
mix.
this series. We
About half
going into the
control, half
series,
keyboard.
I would assume there would have been a 3-0
Half
or
control.
3-1
Good
for
luck
Space Station,
playing
right?
like
Maybe a
that.
3-1.
What?
We'd have seen a lot of great moments there from Foe. They held their own in many situations. Yes, they didn't do so well on the back foot. Anytime all 4 of them were down, they kind of got ran over a bit by Space Station. However, every other situation, I felt like they were near equal, sometimes ahead.
competitive, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So
Let's quit out of that.
When
I
you're
don't
thinking of the
know
big
if
picture
I'm
here,
interested.
Bo in pool play has beaten Native, assuming that they're going to beat the open bracket team that they play
Are you watching
tomorrow
it on
and advance as a 2nd seed in
Yeah.
the pool. What are your kind of ambitions? as
They
far
got on
as
both
where you
YouTube
think
and
this team
Twitch.
lands by
I
the end of the
just
week?
so I could rewind if I have to on YouTube.
If you're in their shoes, you still have your heads
I
up
think
high
YouTube's a
saying,
little
"Hey,
behind too, but
we
I'm fine
could
with
have
that."
taken that series against the team that's 1 or 2 in the U.S.
Yeah.
So
Boom.
you're walking down the team saying, we can
This
still
is their
do
first
so
major,
do
so
make a
it's
run, we
like
can make a run,
the
we
first
got catch fire, we can do things
LAN
right.
tournament of the year.
Now, what do they need to adjust, or where are they realistically
And it's
gonna
in
place
Tech
them?
Arlington,
From a home
Texas.
perspective, I still have to see them play
At
against both. We've
Optics.
seen them
It's
play against
Optics
the
home.
best, some of Space Station. Like
Home
you said,
major.
when we talk
Basically,
about
like,
Native,
the teams have to host the major for tournaments. So Optics hosting this tournament. It's the first tournament of the year.
A lot of pressure
Very
on
fair.
them.
I think there's a lot of teams in between.
Well, it puts the pressure on the organization.
Continue this bracket
And I
on
wouldn't say really,
play
it's not
lose and they go
too
into
bad
bracket play.
financially. They usually will sell out
bracket play,
tickets
guaranteed.
wise and kind
Who
of.
they match
Oh,
up
okay,
against,
they
how
get
they
their money
stack up
for it.
against.
Yeah.
I still think they have
And-
a lot to show us and determine
way to
on what we
maintain them.
believe is the
Yeah.
strongest team in
And it's like
Europe
they
right
get to
now.
sell
But on the
merch,
side
do
of
all types of
SSG,
stuff like that.
what did
Bring
they
in
show
brand
you as
deals
far
to
as
kind of
promise for
promote
their
brands,
ambitions? You know,
so
that
they'll
championship
get the
is what they
extra
do.
ad revenue from
Absolutely,
brands
yeah.
and stuff like
I
that.
do think that they maybe didn't have as strong of a showing today as someone like
The
FaZe.
tournament?
But at the same time,
or not?
Yes, they played. They
But they
played.
were
I
loosey-goosey
think
with it.
I think they're loosey goosey with it.
Someone like Stellar, just like you're like, all right, I guess Stellar's
Call
just
of
gonna
Duty is a
still be
lot more
absolutely
strict,
nuts
but
in the
I'm
game in
pretty
terms of the
sure
gameplay.
whoever runs Halo, like whatever
Like,
portion of Microsoft runs Halo, I'm pretty sure they're free with it because they still. This is like an open bracket tournament, so like
Ridiculous.
teams
just
can
seeing that and
buy,
saying, wow, you can kind of count Stellar doing that all the time. Now what's gonna happen?
this
when
is
you
like
have
still
some
like
members of the
teams
team
can
just
buy their way
bad
into the
non-fire
tournament
games? You know, we
and
see
then
it
go
on
through the
every single
pool
player.
stages to
Everyone's
actually
gonna have
go
that time. We
possibly
see
go
it
up
from
against
Legend when he was playing
these
Squadron.
pros.
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely.
right now
SSG
the bracket that we're watching, there's 4 pools. There's 4
It's going
sets
to
of
be
teams.
unbelievable when all those players are
There's
playing
4
at their
sets.
best.
Yeah,
I hear that Blaze is on stage with
there's
Nico
4
for an
pools,
interview.
and
I
each
can't
pool
wait to
has
see
4
what Nico has to
teams in
say
it.
about his
But the
new
4th team hasn't been chosen in each pool yet because they're going through like the pool play, which is just like any teams that were able to sign up and pay for their entry are playing through that right now. So yeah.
So it's like a minor team like has the bankroll, like I mean,
They got the bankroll skill. If they got it, they could go up against these pros.
Standard, you know, just come up here,
Okay,
perform,
I like that. I
just
like
do what
that.
we
I
do.
like a little
Not
challenge.
really overthinking anything.
Now, in terms of what I've seen in Halo,
trying to build some momentum going into the weekend.
I'm sorry, nobody's really beating the top 3 teams in a full tournament. It's just not happening. The top 3 teams kind of they just destroy everybody. So it's kind of sad to see a lot of these teams go up and like, yeah, they may get a little bit of experience, but they just get destroyed.
Legend's obviously a god.
I know.
Oh, it is the
fresh
first
air,
one.
I would say.
Yeah.
You haven't seen like
And yeah,
like
just kind of like,
challenger.
everyone gets
I'm
to
gonna call them
reset,
challenger
just
teams.
find
Well-
like motivation again.
Well,
like,
I wouldn't say that because they have so up until this point to the major, they still have what they call qualifiers, which so like I said, there's 4 teams in the bracket, right? So then there's the 3rd team that's in the bracket. They actually successfully had enough points through qualifiers that even if they're not a pro team, they got that spot. So the first 2 slots
Oh,
are like full on like pro teams that like they're in tournament after tournament after tournament. They get a bye in each of the qualifiers, a bye round, so they get like a lead in the qualifiers. And so those 2 first slots in each pool, they're already guaranteed their spots because of how well they do in pool. The 3rd teams in pools is usually just like whatever team at the time had just made it. And then now the 4th slot is whoever actually goes to this event and then comes up through the event to get that 4th spot. So yeah, and there's like multiple qualifiers before the major. There's like 5 qualifiers or something like that.
There's not that many like professional Halo teams. That's why they're
Like high level, there's like 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
one of the biggest things for me was Eco, and he's saying, him saying,
And so I would say out of the 12, you can guarantee like 6 of them doing like consecutively good. The other 6, they might lose their spot to some of these up and coming teams like that just play in the qualifiers.
They certainly do have such a fantastic mentality.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's been the mentality of really all.
Because like Cloud9 right now, Cloud9 is like, you know, Cloud9 as a brand, right? They didn't make qualifiers. They didn't make qualifiers, so they're in pool play right now.
But right now, Tony,
Yeah.
Space Station Gaming taking the
We're up
cake for you in terms of who's looking
Bruh,
really
I didn't know. Like I went and looked at the pool play. I was like, I saw Cloud9 in there. I said, what? I was like, excuse me?
And then it's the academy next to it.
Nope, just straight Cloud9 fan. I was like, damn, how far you fallen in Halo. They didn't have that trouble last year, but it seems this year they're having trouble. They weren't a strong team last year either, but they still made their qualifiers to at least be able to guarantee their spot in the tournament. Like on the main stage and everything. Because yeah, all these games that we're watching are taking place on the main stage. All the other pool tournaments are taking like, and it's at the same building, but just like, you know how like a Dream Hack will just like have all 120 computers and stuff. It's like that.
So much, you know, of getting value out of
everything. It was a lot less. So I think SSG
Damn,
did a
Stellar
great
with
job
a
of getting value.
1.5
And, I mean,
man
they're the number 2
was
team in the world,
fine.
so that's the reason.
Bro, his team not
Tony,
looking.
can we just talk
This
about
team not
Stellar for a
looking as
second?
strong.
Because
Going
I'm
up
flabbergasted
against
up here at what
Info
this
is
man
like
was
a
able to do
to me
so
an
early on
unknown
in this
team.
tournament. You know, he really seems to have,
From
you know,
like I don't know
just
much
excelled
about the
with the
teams
Burning
that
Stars, and
qualify
looking
because I don't
stats
keep
across
up with
here,
them.
this
I
guy
like keep
is,
up with
one
like the
of main
top 8.
reasons that they won with such ease.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I
what's
wouldn't
crazy to me is
expect
when
you
I
to
look
keep
on the
up
side
with
of
all,
I think
every
of, like,
fucking
you
challenge.
did so
So-
many things right. If
And it's funny. So one of the top 8 native red, they actually lost to a qualifier team.
Kills and only lost the assist battle.
Yeah. They lost to a qualifier team, and then they just had to play one of the top 3 teams. So they're 0-2 in pools now.
Machine, whether it was with the bandit, whether it was with the shock, the sniper, there was nothing slowing him down. If SSG didn't have a stellar, maybe Foe win.
Bruh, for real, that's looking at them stats. Foe could have won that if it wasn't for
Just
Stellar.
beginning, so that's pretty scary for other teams as well. On the side of Foe, though, Tim, we kind of discussed some of the problems, some great stuff coming out from this team, things that they can definitely take away with them. But there was just a couple of mistakes, and I think it was not being able to handle the mistakes, not being able to kind of rewrite things in the past and avenues.
I mean, that comes with
but I got to say, the direction from Jim
them
was
getting
right
better at the
there, and
like
I
playing
personally
these
think that's
top
why they
teams.
excelled
Like
so heavily
these
against
new
PlayStation
these
gamers.
like
Having
qualifier
somebody there
teams
at the
and pools
core,
teams,
and
they're
Jimbo
gonna
was that
have
guy.
to
Yeah, Jimbo as a leader
play up against the
obviously has
best in
been
order
for
to
a long
learn.
time, knows what plays to make and when to make them, and I think we saw that in the series. I think the other members of the team are maybe a little bit disjointed, and I think over time we'll start to see that clean up just a bit. Jimbo as a leader, we've talked about the players that he's brought through and gotten better in, you know, glories, etc. So I think he'll do a little bit of that here. It might just take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I got to say though, on the side of Foe as well, Tony,
What
some
is this
really,
old
really nice
bullshit you
takeaways.
got me
What do you
watching?
want to see more of that you saw them bring to this series against
You see the
PlayStation?
title.
I want them to bring that same energy.
I don't know what
Like I
that
said
means.
before, you lost the slave battle by
It's
quite a
Halo.
bit. Well, a lot of people are against the likes of Space Station
Really?
Gaming. They're one of the best teams in the world. But
Yes,
keep
really.
Hit the
bringing
dislike
those
button.
strategies,
Hit the
keep
fucking
bringing
dislike
that
button,
coordination,
everybody.
That teamwork. 'Cause I promise you, you keep that same energy
I'm
today,
coming here just
and
liking my
going into
content.
Tomorrow, you're gonna beat out whoever comes out of open bracket. You're gonna end
Hit
up
the
as
dislike
the number 2
button.
seed in this pool.
Get the
You're gonna
sippy cake
go into the
filter
winner's
out.
side of
It's
the bracket,
Friday.
and you're gonna
Let's
look
go.
damn good. Honestly,
Get the
I thought
sippy
Foe
cake
looked good.
filter
So I don't know.
out.
They're knocking on the door of greatness. Watch out for Foe.
They're definitely knocking. They have the door number for sure, and they're right there ringing the doorbell.
How we
I'll
doing
tell you
on
what,
this
though, folks, we
fine
have
Friday night?
more coming your
Or
way.
Friday
A couple of
evening, I
really
should
exciting
say.
things. Of course, we do
I
have
just
more
had
main
some
stage
chicken.
action for you,
I'm
which
good.
will be once again Optic
Okay.
Gaming, our hometown team, going up against Complexity, our front runner in the Dark Horse competition here.
send Bo
And we
Johnson a
also
message.
do have a very exciting balance
He-
update
he-
for
he
you
had a
guys
talent.
on the other side of the break.
Sippy cake just had chicken. I bet you're eating chicken right now too.
I'm not eating nothing. You see my face.
I'm talking about Bo Johnson. I'm talking about Bo Johnson. Bo Johnson. Yeah, I know he up here. He up here. He like right up. You know he visiting my neighboring state. All right.
Hey, guess what? New year.
It's
means
your
a
boy
new
Scump.
Optic Scuff design for a new controller. Check out
Scump.
this sexy design. It's a nod to the
Ew.
original OG logo and a great
stank.
way to rep the
stank.
green wall.
What you mean? That's an OG controller look.
PS5, the instinct for Xbox,
the OG
and
Optic Gaming.
Vision for PC gaming. Guess
What
what?
am I looking
Scump
at?
saw your
Oh,
comments
Scump
and
got
is now selling
skin.
the faceplate separately.
Oh, yeah.
The Vision and the Instinct for $29.99.
Man, been in the gym, been working out.
Pick up the cock.
First of all,
Sorry, I'm kind of busy. Kind of not. Leave a message.
that controller is already bad. Right?
Yep.
It's already bad because it's Xbox. It's like an Xbox controller. Right?
Well, you can buy the PlayStation version.
Is there a PlayStation version?
Yes, there is.
I doubt it.
It's scuffed. They make both.
How come they promoting the Xbox version?
We're promoting the Xbox version because we play an Xbox game.
What game?
Halo.
I know.
I don't know. I think things is looking. Halo might be coming to PS5 soon. Pick this shit up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm just saying. Sea of Thieves is on the PlayStation Store right now. I'm just saying. Hi-Fi Rush is on the PlayStation Store right now. I'm just saying.
Your boy Phil already said that he's not gonna keep it away from PlayStation. So
Listen, boy. Listen. I'm just pointing it out. I went to the PlayStation Store and seen Sea of Thieves in there, right? I was like, whoa.
yeah, there was a whole announcement about that.
Diaper shut down. In 3.
You know, those
What
is
the hell?
just the stepping stones. That's all I'm saying. Like, cause you know, people on PlayStation, right? People on PlayStation actually buy games, right? Like, people on PlayStation actually buy games, right? This is the stepping stone. Right? First, it's like, oh, it's only these 5 titles coming to PlayStation. Next thing you know it, in like 3 years, here comes Starfield, here come Forza, here come Halo. You know what I mean?
I mean, buying games I don't think is a selling point to a company.
What?
When they have, I feel like Microsoft and how they feel about their what'd you call it? Not Battle Pass, their Game Pass. I think
Yeah.
I think they still fuck with that more than anything.
What is Microsoft?
What is Microsoft?
What is Microsoft? A computer company?
Is it? Because I could have swore it was a software company. Am I right? Am I right?
A software company that makes computers.
But they specialize in software.
Mm-hmm. And you know what they do? You know what software they sell most on subscription? Microsoft Office.
What is that though?
A software that's a subscription that people can't buy. They still got to.
But it's still software.
All right, but people aren't buying it. They're subscribing to it with a monthly fee,
matter.
which is why I'm saying like they don't care about people buying products. They rather slap them with a subscription.
What operating system do you got on your PC right now?
My Windows 10. I almost said
What is
11.
that?
An operating system.
It's also what else?
It's not software.
It's not?
No, it's not.
The HCS 2024 Kickoff Arlington Major is presented by AMD,
You know what I'm saying, dog.
Scuff,
But what does that have to do with people buying stuff?
They're supposed to sell.
Corduroys.
You're supposed to you lose money on your console. You're supposed to make money selling software.
Hello, folks, and welcome back
They ain't
to the
doing that.
HCS Kickoff Major.
No, I'm saying they're making money from their subscription. Is where they're making their money from.
I'm pretty sure
Two very exciting people. One is West Clutch
they're
Price,
losing
of
more
course,
money
and I do
on the
also have
subscription
Unishack, and you guys may know
than they're
that when I
making.
do have Unishack on the desk.
I don't know the numbers. All I know is if they gonna sell Microsoft, they're gonna sell all their software on subscriptions. They're gonna figure it out.
This is what I'm trying to say. Is that a lot of the games that they get to come on Game Pass day one, they're paying for that.
So what can you share with us?
Millions
Yeah,
and
so
millions of
Tuesday
dollars
is our March
for
update
Persona
for Halo Infinite.
to be
It's
on
gonna have a
Game
lot of
Pass
great
day
stuff,
one.
but the key
They're paying for that shit.
are a whole network overhaul.
Paying for it.
We're changing it up. It's gonna feel a lot better.
Yes,
when you
they
jump
do
on
have their
and play
own
online.
games,
So
right?
I'm really looking
Which
forward
cost
to that.
money
We
to
got a lot of
make,
feedback around the online experience.
which they
Fans
might
should
make
love
the
it.
money back
And then we
off
also
Game
have
Pass subscription.
easy anti-cheat coming.
Wow.
Really improving the
But it's gonna get to a
security
point
of the
where they're
game,
gonna have to
and
jack the
you
price
should be able
way
to
up.
Trust that you're playing in a
And
match
they already
fair,
did that.
right? and have.
And it's gonna
no
happen
concerns
again, and then
with
it's gonna
playing
happen
those
again.
match-made games.
That's absolutely incredible, John. I just want you guys to
Subscription
realize that was
based
a network overhaul and an
income
MTG
does not
coming,
work.
okay? To all the players in here, that is
There's-
exceptional.
I believe that they're
exceptional
spending
stuff
more
for an
money
update, John.
to get some of
Absolutely
these
incredible.
games
And
than,
you know what else are you
in
guys
day
been
one
working on in
Game
terms
Pass.
of
Like, I'm
fixing
talking
things
about
for
games
players
that they
and really,
don't own,
you know, listening
like
to
other
feedback?
games.
What else is in store for
They're
us in this
paying
update?
out the ass
Yeah,
for
there's
that.
also a weapon tuning update, some awesome forge
Running,
features.
running a big company
bug fixes,
under
crash fixes.
subscription-based
Of course,
things
we're always
looks
trying to do
good.
that. Make sure the game is
Still looks
stable
good
as
in
well
the
as
short
secure.
term, but not the
So
long
you
term.
can have a
No,
long
that
game
looks
session.
great in the
And
long
then
term,
they got
depending
a,
on
they
the
got
price.
This whole player base.
On the long term.
which
What do
is
you
that
look at
large.
Adobe? What you mean?
We have a
Not-
ongoing
Everything
not
on
buying
Adobe
any
is subscription
games.
based.
activation in-game that you can go in, you log in, and you get
And
awesome
Adobe done
ability.
went and bought up
We've got a
companies
picture
now
of-
and
yeah,
made their
wow.
products,
some
which
Windows
could be
system
bought
artwork
subscription-based
featuring some
products.
Spartans
Very cool.
in
And
the
they're
game,
selling it
as well
that
as
way.
the personal
Fuck
AI.
Adobe.
I love this
Fascists.
piece, but if you log in, you'll get
Wow.
a coding completely free. You can log in today even. But if you happen to be
Tell me the
checking out
difference
update on
between
Tuesday, I wanted to make sure you knew
Adobe
you
and
also
the
have a
Nazi
brand new
Party.
coding in your
There's
inventory.
none.
Bro,
It's
I don't know nothing about that.
which is really cool.
I love to see that. That is absolutely incredible. And obviously, I know that all the girlies are going to be very happy about that one for sure.
Yep.
And I've also got to ask you, Wes, in terms of the weapon balancing, what can you tell us specifically, detail-wise, about that?
We're getting a little update to the bandit, the reload speeds being increased.
When are they gonna play?
Make it feel like we're not
I've been
reloading the
sitting here for-
musket as we
You
say.
just came in at like the end of a series.
Oh,
with the game a little bit better there.
You gotta
There's
like
also,
the players gotta
updates
come and
as well.
switch
Influencer
their
and players are calling out
controllers, make sure their
responsibility
settings are
right now in
changed
the
to what
live
they need
game.
it to be.
Well, that's going to be updated to more of.
They need
it's
to
not exactly how
figure
it was
out
with
how
the
to
VR, but it is very
make
like
that
it
go
in a
fast.
similar fashion. So I do believe that will improve the integrity of some of our
The
matches.
downtime is
So
what kills the
very, very
viewership.
excited for the bandit reload
Mm,
speed.
I
and
think they
that
fine.
influence improvement.
Look at that.
being
Only
we
32,000,
have
3,200
updates to the
people
heat
watching.
wave, which will
Oh.
make it a little bit more difficult to use for longer ranges, and I think that's
How many on
ideally
Twitch?
a good thing for the competitive scene. The heat wave,
Oh,
a shotgun-like
I don't know.
weapon, you want to make sure
And it's
that
Optic
you
playing
keep
now.
the
Optics
close
always
range
makes
story
the
for its
viewer
success,
viewer
and not let
count
it
increase.
act as a potential sniper rifle, as we see Lucid do so often.
Some of the pros
some
were
of the
What
best
is
maps.
this?
really good with the heat wave at that range.
They're showing
so
how the
making sure
updates
they're
are
not
affecting the
sniping
game right
people
now.
Necessarily with the heat wave is
What
gonna be
Halo
fun.
is this?
Definitely.
Like,
Halo Infinite,
Now it's more
which
skill
is
when you hit
Halo
the
It will
6,
be-
I guess.
It will be possible to still do damage. It just will be
Halo
more
Infinite.
difficult. And I am always for making the game more difficult, especially
I'm well aware.
especially
This game been out for 3 years
for
now or
our
something like that.
hyper-competitive players, because I think it's just
Maybe more.
even more of a margin for error, for ceiling for these players to showcase their skills, because these guys will still be hitting some of those heat wave shots themselves.
Makes moments more hype, actually.
It
Yeah,
does.
you get to showcase your excellence, right? Yeah.
And what else in terms of weapons have we got? We also have a couple of updates, maybe to the pistol as well.
We have the sidekick and the commando that have
The plasma
and the
pistol.
Plasma
oh, the
pistol,
plasma
okay.
pistol.
So the single fire is going to overheat your plasma pistol a little bit faster. We're seeing the single shot excel in competitive play. I know you've brought up Wes, but we've also, on the flip side of that, buffed the charge shot by making it take a little less time to
Okay.
reach that charged up speed and state. That one is, I think, like a lot of our more casual players have wanted a buff to the plasma pistol. This is one of those steps that we're going to take to help make sure it feels better there.
Overall thought process here is we wanted to make the plasma pistol more valuable with the charge shot, less valuable with the single shot. I feel like predominantly in the competitive scene in today's game right now, you'll see that plasma pistol being used as the single shot, knock him down to no shield, swap to the bandit, or go for a melee. We want the charge shot to be the story of the plasma pistol, as it has been traditionally
for years,
throughout
for years.
historic Halo. And so I feel like changes being made to that weapon specifically are towards that legacy behavior. I think players will like that as well.
Yeah, I also think that it's such a big thing, you know, in competition. The combo is massive here. So I love that. I love going back to the roots for the plasma pistol for sure, and seeing the combo kind of being used and utilized how it should be used and back in the day as well. What other changes do we have to weapons? Do we have stalker rifle changes?
We do have stalker
What
rifle
is
changes.
the
I
sh-
actually
where
am
is the
very
shadow
excited for
mission
this
shot?
one. The
Where
stalker
is that?
rifle, very
Oh, it's this
powerful
shot.
weapon. What we did here was we changed the overheat
Where the
from
gang
7
play?
to 6, so we made it a little bit more costly for your misses when you're in a fight. You get to
Some
that
of you
6
gotta
shot,
calm
you
down.
will overheat. The overheat, I believe, is a little bit more punishing as well. So making that
And then I'm trying to
overheat
figure out
mean
why
more
you
as
even
well for the
care
player
about this.
to swap weapons.
I
and
watch a lot of
extinguish, I believe,
esports.
lasts longer, to where you're not just able to rail off shots. I remember a clip from Lucid at
I
last
could
year's
see,
World where he
like,
made like
you know,
9 players no
have,
shield
like,
without like
being,
ever kind of switching
like,
weapons or whatnot. And it was
interested
just
in
so
esports of games you actually play.
like, seamlessly.
Bro, I watch Dead by
done
Daylight
and unbelievable
esports.
plays by him, but I was like, that is a
Why
problem.
don't you
He just
play
made
that?
9 players to no shield without having to reload a gun or reposition or
He
anything.
charged us.
So we believe that these changes
Yes,
make
you
it
can charge that
more
weapon.
difficult to have larger success over time with this weapon, although remaining the weapon's power in and of itself.
I love that. It's
I was watching
influential,
Rainbow
but
Six
depending on the execution
esports
of
this
who
morning.
is, you know, in charge of that weapon,
Korean
which is
division.
fantastic. I love the Stalker rifle. Love seeing it in action as well. And you did
Rainbow
talk about
Six
the commando.
Siege.
So what is going on there?
This thing is a heater now. It is now a valuable weapon that should be
Ew,
sought
look at that
out on the
Rico.
map.
Holy
It
Jesus
was very
Christ.
difficult to balance this thing with Bandit starts because of how successful the Bandit is, and it's lower kill time than the battle rifle. So our
I've never
challenge here
seen
was
this
to
gun
make
before.
the commando rifle a weapon worth sought.
The
being sought
commando?
after, but not too powerful to where it can take over games, because it is a respawning weapon on the map. It's not a power
Must
weapon.
be a new
This gun
one.
here is now more dynamic as far as the bloom now will hit faster.
It'll reset faster. Yeah.
No, it will peak its outer bloom faster.
Oh.
But if you are to if you're able to trigger the recoil, you are able to acquire a kill faster because the bloom is less harsh. So I really like what we were able to do with this weapon, and I do think that players will find a lot more success.
God, they
with
made
this
that
weapon.
they made the
I feel like
recoil
these changes,
blow
you know, are
like
unbelievably detailed. They are tailored
way.
in a specific way, and the changes will make a huge difference for viewers at home who are either brand new to the HCS or just picking up Halo Infinite for the first time. What is the meaning behind these changes? Actually, how much do they affect the outcome of gameplay?
I think they're going to have a tremendous impact with these. They're fine-tuned changes, though. Like Commando, I think we'll see a lot more people want to go and actually pick up the Commando. When you watch more casual players play, they're kind of avoiding the Commando right now. So we added a little more friction to it when you use it, as well as that change to the bloom, so you can excel with it and not have to worry about controlling the recoil and the bloom, and then having to worry about people challenging you with a bandit that is currently pretty strong. So it should really change your gameplay, but not the entire flow of things. It'll just make it feel a little bit better.
I've got to say, these changes are huge. These are massive.
Man,
and
they
there's a
stole
ton of
Lottie
them so
from
far.
us.
Surely there can't be anything else, right?
Oh, what?
I think we
The
have
girl on the panel,
one
she used to
more cool little
cast for
surprise
Call of Duty.
Okay.
to share.
What is it? I love a surprise.
Yeah, there's
Us.
nothing like
Who's us?
dressing your
The
best
Call of Duty
or having the best
community.
Gear. We were talking about weapons. You want your weapons to look the best, and I think we have a video that we want to showcase. So
But she
let's roll
really
it.
didn't steal nothing from you, because you shouldn't even be claiming it. You should just claim that you're part of the
Ew, what the fuck is that?
esports community, and then you don't have to worry about saying that. But she just went from one place to another, and it's the same thing. Boy, I got this y'all got Calypso lemonade down there?
Calypso, yeah.
Yeah, you had the tropical watermelon lemonade.
I had all of them before.
Fire.
Huh?
Tropical watermelon lemonade is fire.
I be chilling on those sometimes because I know the sugar in those things probably go crazy.
Sugar?
Yeah.
A little bit of sugar in there. A little bit of sugar in there.
Wow.
Looks good.
Yeah.
He just looked at the content in the bottle. He's like, holy fuck.
I mean, that is incredible.
Sugar in there.
Never
Just a
fails
little
to
bit.
Amaze me up here when we do see any kind of aesthetic
It's all the
videos.
team. I just show up and talk about it, you know.
Hey, John, you gotta give yourself some credit. Come on. I gotta
Yeah,
say
more
though,
sugar when you was a
absolutely
kid.
stunning. You're
Calm
looking
down.
at, you know, the aesthetics for in-game, and you know that players absolutely
Bob
love
did
to
tell
look
me a
their
long
best, to
story
perform
about
their
how
best, and
Mama Poe never
actually
let him
that
have
is so
candy
true
when
and
he
so
was a
real
kid.
for
It's
all of our pro
crazy.
players. They love
That's not
skins.
true.
They love to look good because
Well,
it makes them feel like
my mom told me the first word out of my mouth was sugar.
because they literally are quite
Wow.
simply wrapped.
And it
It's
wasn't
gorgeous.
sugar. It
These
was
young kids are all about the swagger, right? So they have to have their Spartan looking clean to look good, feel good, play good mentality carries
What?
through, and you gotta have your Spartan
It wasn't sugar.
matching the drip on the outside, right? So love the new cosmetics, making it even more rare what you're individually rocking. I think is what's special and the biggest opportunity.
Was he like a 91-year-old?
Absolutely correct. Uni, this is all coming our way.
Is that an
Tuesday.
old born baby? It's a sin.
These sales will support the teams, right? So go buy your favorite team skins, show them some love and support, and just look better in game.
And bro, I was born in the north. You make me sound like I was a 91-year-old southern-born baby.
It was cold.
The death.
I mean, you don't even sound southern now.
I know, that would be cool.
Exactly.
We'd probably get a gun show for
For a
yours.
designer, that's for a designer. That's not our job.
Exactly.
We're the
But
models.
absolutely amazing, and this
Ooh,
update
that
is going to
popped.
be so big for the competition. So thank you so much for sharing that
What's
with us,
poppin'?
Uni West. That's absolutely amazing. And everybody here in this arena,
What you know
just
about
a quick
me? What
note,
you
you guys
know
can
about
actually
me?
play this weekend. You can test this out, which is going to be amazing. So stay ahead of the curve and make sure you do go and grab a spot to test all of this update out. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
All
I can't wait to get home and play it myself.
Now that y'all are
Thank you so
done
much. We're
talking
gonna head
about
on
the
into our
update,
schedule to take a look at
Y'all
what we've got coming your way
play the
and
damn
what you
game.
guys might have missed today, because it has been so amazing. And Wes, as we look across the board here
Optic
for
Gaming
what
versus
we've seen,
Complexity.
could
This is
you
gonna be a
honestly
battle.
guess some of the upsets that have happened today? Because it has been off the chain.
I
Fucking
saw
God.
Sentinels potentially losing the series to Shopify, but to lose the next series to
damn,
Proton, that was absolutely insane.
The cat's a Halo
Sentinels
fan.
at best can be in the elimination bracket starting Saturday. That is terrifying for that elimination
You said,
bracket.
oh, you got Halo on?
Shopify and Proton
Oh,
fight
is this
for
the
that
last
number one
game of the
seed
day?
tonight.
Yeah.
It's a
Match?
very important
Yep.
series
Is it
for
match
both
or
of them,
game
but,
or pitch
I mean,
or-
I was
Match.
just giving them their
Alright.
Sentinels their flowers about being in the top 4, about being part of the big 3. Well, they just erased everything I was able to say there.
I know.
They have been so consistent.
So this is
with
the
what
bracket
they
I was
were
talking
probably
about.
due for a downfall, and they got their downfall here in that pool C, the pool of death.
Honestly, I'm very shocked though about how that.
So like the qualifying teams is the Ascending Baseline, Foe, Proton Gaming, and Bittersweet. They're the ones who were able to had enough points to qualify to get past like the large pool play. The open bracket, should I say. And then you have all the teams in the open bracket that are trying to fight to get into pools right now.
Again, these 4 spots.
Yep.
They have veterans. You're trying to win
And so like Cloud9 should have been one of these teams that like qualified, but they didn't. So they're in open bracket now, which is crazy to me. Native Gaming should be 1-1, which is sad. Hold on, let me
You
rewind.
cannot afford to lose games that you have played against by and lost the game. They
And
were
yeah,
up
Sentinels shouldn't be 0-2.
100 points on
Sentinels shouldn't be
Shopify and lost
0-2 at
the
all.
game. They were up
Everything
top
else,
dog?
100 points
the top dogs
on Shopify and lost the game.
is Space
Oh, there's
Station.
more than one?
Yeah, Space Station, FaZe, and Optic. Those three are kind of like,
And lost that game.
if you can't beat them, you're not going to win
lose
at
games
all.
that you have that big of a win, like of a margin of
And so
victory.
basically, so the qualifiers, there was 4 qualifiers. FaZe won 2 of the qualifiers, SSG won the other 2, and Optic pretty much placed like 3rd or 2nd in the rest, and all in the 4.
For that first place position in their pool. And I gotta say, we called it, right? Pool C, pool of death. I can't believe it. We called it. Absolutely
Good
called
job,
that.
team.
Good job, guys.
We need to skin.
Good job. We need a skin up here, folks. We need
You're
a
in
skin.
on it.
So excited about obviously the next match coming our way. We do have Optic Gaming in the house once again on the main stage, and all the fans that come with them going up against Complexity. And I'm very excited about this matchup. I think this is going to be a really, really strong matchup. I want to know your feelings and thoughts about Optic currently.
Optic didn't. They got the job done earlier today, but this is the real test, right? This is the best series, in my opinion, in pool play. Optic versus Complexity. Complexity is going to be coming for the throats of Optic. Optic have got to take this series serious. They are the better team, but this is a very losable series, especially if they play anything like Sentinels was playing, a little sloppy, a little lazy. I think Optic are going to have to come out playing very good to make sure the job gets done here.
Now, Wes, talking about that in terms of Optic Gaming, does the comfortability of this roster worry you about Optic going up against Complexity, or are you happy with what you saw from earlier on?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? Is this team ready to go to war? Because this will be a war, and a lot earlier in a tournament than they're probably expecting to have to go to war. And I mean, like, are you going to be truly tested in your setups and having to break setups, playing from disadvantageous spots? You better be ready for it, Optic, because it's coming. Complexity is no pushover.
I will say, if I am going to go to war, I want to go to war with my brother in arms. And I will say, you know, Dead Zone was playing absolutely lights out, reunited with his best friend in Trippy, and the way he was playing. The last time we saw, obviously, Lucid was really demanding the spotlight when it came to the kills. But when you added the kills and the assists, the damage as well, dude, Dead Zone had a really good series.
I don't know what I did.
Your brothers in arms, watch out for them.
He certainly had an incredible series. He's throwing up the heart right now. I'm
Power
sure for the Optic
Raid
fans that he is
#1.
very
Yep,
happily
they're about to
getting on
add
his
the
side,
raid
because
to
that
it.
performance was phenomenal from this young man. And Tony, when it comes to the
Tommy
comparisons
post
though,
that, or
of
did you
Optic
just
and
see that?
Complexity, in terms of their game types, how are things kind of shaping up
See it
for
on
this
Steam.
kind of
Oh,
matchup?
okay.
Are we looking for a close game here?
I think the game types and the way that they have the philosophy on how to play Halo are pretty similar. Like when it comes to Optic Gaming going multiple down, when they want to spawn up and push out of their spawns, they have no problem.
You know my
numbers,
favorite
3-1
game got an
splits, sending
expansion
3
about to
players,
come
or even
out.
sometimes
Yep, RimWorld, I seen it.
one lane to flip the map.
I seen
do
it.
that as well, so they also feel really comfortable when the game gets slowed down and being defensive. Like one of the reasons why the game types are so similar this season when it comes to Optic and Complexity, when it comes to map and game type records, is because they're similar philosophy teams. They play the game a similar way.
Now, on the other side of the stage, we have Complexity waiting in the wings, waiting to capitalize on any little mistake they can. And you know they will. We've seen what they're like in the off-season. But when
Bro, Huss Descended Precision and Riot, they should get destroyed, but they probably aren't.
What do you want out of this guy in this series?
Precision has to match the output of Lucid in this series if he wants to create this upset. Now, I know that that is probably an impossible task, or you're asking a lot from a young gun, but if you want to create an upset of this magnitude, you got to play better than their best. And right now, Lucid, obviously one of the 3 best players in the world, or has.
And so it's a 3-day tournament, basically. So they're playing today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So what they're fighting for tomorrow is to finish pool, and then once they finish pools, they'll go into another bracket play. And that's basically 1 versus like 16, because like there's gonna be 16 teams. There's like 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15, like that. 3 versus 14 in that manner.
Can he find his flow, and will his teammates be ready to back him up when he does?
And so basically,
they're already showing a lot of promise, and that's in the off
fighting for those top
so
like
what
4
are you
spots.
looking for right now for Complexity to really show us what they are capable of, to show us what they are made of? Do you see them going far in this major?
I do. I think they need to keep the same energy that they've had literally so far online and bring it to land. You have the makeup of a successful team. You have a main shot caller and a player like Ryan do, and then an emerging great co-IGL with a player like Huss. You have Precision, who's been a consistent slayer on this team, and then Descended, formerly known as Carme, is coming in, and he's that dynamic X-Factor player. I think they have the makeup of a great team, and so far the results have showed literally just that.
Hey, you just mentioned a name there, and some people at home may not realize this, but we've got a couple of new names in the HCS, formerly known as Penguin and Carmea, new tag, Who Dis, Descendant and Dead Zone. And Wes, when you're actually looking
Bro,
at the
why
two,
did they
not
change
only
their
just
names?
changing their names here, but you know, being on teams
they
that are
being
really
weird?
trying to make something happen this season for their rosters. You know, what do you think of both of them in comparison?
In comparison, I think you got to take Dead Zone as a more consistent high-level player. What the old Penguin was able to do was some of the most impressive feats that we've seen across the first 2 years of Infinite, right? That SSG roster he was a part of, Cloud9 at first, they were special. He knows what it's like to play in big series. Descendant is an up-and-comer with a ton of individual skill, loves to play fast, has a phenomenal shot. When he's in his flow, he is a problem on the map. The problem is the consistency for me. When I watch him, he's either on fire or he's selling his team short and being the first one dead.
Why are you trying to get
to
my
remain calm,
Yeah, something to drink.
find his
Just keep
actual
talking.
opportunities and not the false ones he believes are his opportunities, because that will cost Complexity if he is caught out and is the first one to go down. But he is also known for taking openings and winning those pivotal fights. And when he does that, he gives Complexity the extra leg they need to create an upset this big.
I do know that Descendant has been on record
Meet him. We just
with
met him.
Complexity saying that he is basically Thanos and he is going for Infinity Stones this weekend.
He plays like he's Thanos.
So he's going for his green one currently on this main stage. That would make Optic Gaming the Avengers. Now, can they avenge their Infinity Stone? That is the question. We're certainly going to find out in just a moment. Optic versus Complexity. Let's meet both your teams.
Oh snap, we got intros. Means we close to starting. Formal, the multi-FPS GOAT. Got championships in Call of Duty and Halo. We got Lucid. See that man's aim is almost as good as Shroud. Not quite there.
It is our hosts, Optic Gaming, up against the hometown rivals in Complexity. And this one's the Battle of Texas. Dan, this one promises to be a tasty one.
Yeah, we think this one could go all the way.
Did he just say tasty? Bro, I'm gonna just go
We've
somewhere.
seen 3-2s, we've seen a few 3-1s here or there. Complexity matching up really well.
Who said, and this is going to be a tasty one?
Yes, it does teeter towards Optic, mainly because of their efficiency during Slayers. They've dominated Complexity when they have gone up against them. I really think the defining moment is going to be that Game 3, Strongholds Live Fire, because it's one of Complexity's better game types. But we start things off, as we have done a couple of times today, with CTF Empyrean, and we didn't see much of it during the qualifiers. In fact, Complexity didn't play it once during the entire qualification process.
Here's one map.
Optic, though. In Optic, we know how good they are at this map because it means
I don't think any team really wants to play Optic on CTF on. And I want to see how many times it gets picked this tournament.
Penguins fitting into that APG role pretty nicely. We can expect their playstyle to be pretty similar here.
Definitely going to play around the sniper, allow forward to get
It's literally a map I haven't seen them lose in a tournament or even in their scrims.
You talking about Optic?
Yeah.
Who are here to spoil the party. Optic Gaming have already began their title challenge. Shields up, weapons hot. We're underway.
Formal prioritizing the rockets here and will have assistance, and it's a very easy grab, so it's going to be Complexity leaning towards the overshield, and they are going to be able to grab it. Descendant going to be pushing with an overshield now alongside teammates, but Formal just waiting to do the damage, and will catch out Rhino. Got to keep an eye on Rhino throughout this game as well. Very sneaky, will try and go for that sword play, try and get behind enemy lines.
Formal, still one rocket to play with. Precision, not living up to his namesake with that first shot. It was a swing and a miss. Does connect to the second player, dead zone instead though, and Precision looking to get the challenge.
Rogue trash.
For him. He's challenging one of the best in Formal. Sniper rifle to play with.
Ooh, show him in the back.
No more shields for Rhino. You spoke about keeping an eye on him, particularly through that sword. That's exactly what we've seen.
Yeah, Rhino maybe assumed that Formal had gone back up into sword with his first repulse. But now we've got Formal with sniper control in the sword. This is what you don't want to see if you're a Complexity fan, because if he starts popping off, it will allow the rest of the team to push up, gain map control, and start to think about a flagpole.
Formal eyes top tower for a second.
There we go.
Being pushed by two members here.
No way.
No shields. Huss now has the Bulldog to play with. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade for Formal. As Huss continues to hold forward.
Sniper's done one shot in this game, not unless they hit the head.
Pops the shield to two players, but not good enough to connect and get the kill. So at the moment, both teams, no real advantages to talk about, and the map split pretty even.
Trippy at the moment just kind of listening, probably hearing what his teammates are saying, just so he can try and make his way
Right,
around.
trades, 2 did on Optic, 2 did on
the guy who gets
Complexity.
in the base for Optic Gaming as well on this map. He's the one who's been leading in flag pulls, leading in flag captures. Even though Dead Zone, we know his objective work is incredible. Trippy is the one who gets
Trades
in the
all
face of
across
his
the
enemies,
board.
so they will
3 did on
optimally
Optic
his
though.
damage as well.
Oh, Ryan Hill letting them know. Nice and early here.
Yeah.
That will not
Where'd they
do
go
much
yet?
to upset the Optic Gaming players, but perhaps the fans, they never like to see a little bit of a little bit of baggins, a little bit too soon, then it must be said. We'll see how it shakes out from Will Karma come back to bite him.
Alright, they're probably gonna get this flag here.
Send on the opposing base
Oh,
here.
Formal wins that? 4
Complexity,
dead.
and Optic can push out.
Yeah, it was an interesting time to go for an aggressive push like that with Rockets and Overshield coming up because it's going to allow both to go.
That's
into the
actually
hands
crazy
of
that
Optic
Formal won
Gaming
that
now.
gunfight.
In Complexity, they felt like they had the advantage because they had a player down, but maybe could have just stood back a little bit. Now it's going to allow Optic to really get aggressive with this.
This man doesn't have Overshield and Rockets, right?
Overshield has to lead the charge, needs support though, because you can get the initial damage, but you are going to be the focus point.
Talking about.
The no shields did quite a bit of damage to the Overshield player though, and Dead Zone realizing that he's down in shots, faced with 2 members of Complexity, but enough damage has been done elsewhere. Huss will continue to jiggle peek. Beautiful nade will back up Dead Zone for a moment. Look at this, Lucid's got flag
Here we
on
go.
moving over towards Sword.
It's not a traditional route. It can certainly work out well if you can control those spawns. I mean, he has a sniper to work with as well. He does get a shot onto Descendant.
That's a flag cap.
Moving because 3 are dead for Complexity, and this should be a comfortable cap to get Optic Gaming 1-0 up here, and they take the lead. And remember, Optic coming into this one as the lower seed, Complexity coming in as the higher seed because of their placement in the latest NA qualifier. It's not often we see Optic coming in as a lower seed, and they want to prove that wrong. They want to regain that seed off of Complexity.
Neat boy.
Oh, he needed himself.
A little wobble in the qualifier, like you say, looking to right that wrong here. They top the pool.
Ooh.
Of course, it's important to remember both these teams unbeaten.
Bro, get that sniper out of Trippy's hands.
Decide who finishes top, barring an open team.
Never mind.
Things.
Oh my god.
Trippy rips the face off.
4
both
dead,
shoulders,
2 dead.
Lucid also gets another one onto Ryan Noob, so
Bro, that timing.
control is there and an option here for Optic Gaming. And Trippy locks in yet another kill. Instead, Ryan Noob has made that flank once more.
He's not about to chill it.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
constantly
way
be a thorn in their
chilling.
side.
Yeah, but Trippy's pointing him out, and Trippy's well aware of it, and he will be calling that out. But Ryan, he gets some assistance from teammates.
Ooh.
Ryan's life does not live much longer because now Formal has a sniper rifle to play with. I think he's just run out of ammo, but the sniper has made such a difference in the early
Can't get
stages.
Formy the sniper.
And it's going to allow 2, and it could be 3 here for Formal. Descendant backs off into green, but Formal
No.
carries on going.
Oh, I was about to say the trade. They still got the trade before 3
And
dead.
Optic can start to think about a second flag run.
Formal just does so much damage. Rocket's about to pop up as well, and that can make this flag run all but locked in now.
Yeah, they're gonna have to like sprint across the map. So 1 dead, 2 dead, Rockets.
We'll get a couple on the board. That means 2-0 now.
They got Overshield
for
though.
Optic Gaming. 1 away from winning the game.
It doesn't look like things have changed too much for Optic when we look at VR starts to Bandit starts when it comes to this mapping mode. Controlling it in a very similar way. And even though a lot of it can stem from aggression from be a sniper rifle and overshield, they just know how to work together, targeting the same enemy at the same time. As Lucid just needs to be careful here. Of course, we know the Bulldog can really make a difference in Sword.
Sending playing off his heels.
Oh, no trades, 2 dead on Optic.
We'll get a couple of kills. That means they can
Okay.
push forward.
Reposting the
A
grenades.
few of the frag grenades back from whence they came. Formal, the last man alive for a moment. As position top tower with 2 teammates spawning over towards the flag. Trippy has made it out, but not for long as he's cut down. The Formal will relieve some of the pressure by getting a kill on tower.
The trouble with these constant pushes from
There's
Complexity
no way
to
you thought
lower
she would
Sword
win
over
that
towards
gunfight.
Snipe is when that player gets picked off, it then gives Optic Gaming the extra player on the map, and they're able to then just overpower Complexity and
Ooh, that was
continue
so
to dominate
close.
and pressure. So I think Complexity probably have to start looking towards a plan B here, maybe controlling a little bit more of long haul and green if they're going to get any flag balls.
Formal with snipe. Lucid may have remnants of the opponent's snipe as well, as Huss did fall over towards Sword.
Still
Lucid's now
5
taking
minutes. I
position
mean,
over towards Banana.
More cat flag?
Looks as though Optic Gaming are pretty happy what they have in the bag so far, and Lucid does have that slide, but he's finding them faces.
Oh my god, they got 2 sniper rifles and Lucid is just going crazy.
Yeah, the kills come through and it just allows Formal to push up because they know this could be the final flag cap. If Formal gets in the right place at the right time, he could be hitting several heads alongside Lucid here. And this is a
No.
and this is going to be game.
That's game. There's no way he spawns there. It's dead.
And Mangler's the name of the game right now. Complexity are in a blender.
Oh my gosh. That's... oh my god. They just destroyed them.
Towards the end of the game, it was all leading up to it. It was a build-up throughout. Of Optic slowly but surely just pummeling Complexity into the ground, and even though there was small amounts of fight back throughout, Complexity couldn't wrestle back that control. A couple of attempted little flanks here or there, but Optic were wise to it. They always had eyes on, and that's
I don't
because
know what
they know
happened,
the
but
kind
he
of players
sounded
they're going
really
up against. They know what Raidu's going to
Bro,
do.
they
when he's trying to make that
destroyed
second
them
flank.
on that first
But it
map.
really was a perfect setup at the end when they have both sniper rifles in their hands.
That's just map 1. It's a best of 3.
19, 9, and 10 for Formal leading the lobby.
No.
Stellar job from him. Massively impressive. Look at Trippy as well, putting up the stats in dead zone along with him.
They all get
But
free
it has to be said that
Xboxes
you
or
spoke about
something.
how Rhino likes to play the sword.
That new controller they was just showing off a little bit ago.
So I'm not sure they know if a call out came long.
I'm pretty sure they could buy that controller if they wanted to.
Why buy it when you can get it for free? How?
Because if they're going to use the controller, then they got to buy their own.
Whether that's going down or whether it's going through it, it's the same old
They got to
saying.
respect the process.
Can't go over it. You've got to go through it. But
You either have to be given the controller from another player,
a very well played Imperial
or you buy your
It's
own.
what we would expect from Optic Gaming, and maybe this is kind of teasing us as to what we could see for the rest of this series.
Because it's like you get that karma.
They held the map
right here,
control
That
that they
game.
had. Even you see this courtyard spawn, all four exactly where they want them. This was orchestrated perfectly by Optic Gaming. Beautiful execution.
I mean, the communication between Formal and
Never
Lucid just
heard
opened
of
those
it.
certain angles, and this could have gone wrong.
Never heard of it.
Because notice after they get these kills, there was the spawn over
It's on
towards
Steam?
the Mangler, and you could kill the flag guy from there and then suddenly stop the flag, but Formal had eyes on. He was ready. He was waiting. He heard that call out, and that shot there guaranteed the flag yet again.
This looks like an old game I used to play almost. Ew.
Never going to be able to escape.
Actually, no, it doesn't. This looks ugly.
About map number 2.
There's another one.
Slayer Aquarius. You spoke about how good Optic are in the Slayers. This is not good news for Complexity.
Excuse me? Bitcraft?
I said you ready to play Bitcraft, right? Don't matter. Looks don't matter.
Looks somewhat matter, bro.
In the most recent, but they did also 50 to 36
Look
during
at
qualifiers as well. So it's something you would expect Optic to be winning, but at the same time, if
It don't look bad though.
momentum, get the ball rolling, and maybe disrupt Optic's process here.
But that game looked bad though.
He's been there. He's been there, done that. It seems like so many different players throughout the community. But there's something about this Complexity roster that I think is just maybe a little bit better than others that he's seen before. And there's that belief that they can go on to cause upsets. And yes, okay, game 1 really didn't go their way, but it's not one of their best
That game
games.
really
You just
trash.
have to sometimes
You
accept
can't tell
you're going to have your
Nothing,
good, you're
no,
going to have
no.
your bad. And CTF Imperial is one of Optic's best. So you move on, you start to think about Aquarius Slayer, you start to think about those
I mean, it ain't gonna matter because it's gonna never grind online, so you don't even play it. You just boot it up. You don't even play it. You don't even have to look at it.
Objectives on CTF Imperial. One for Rockets, one for Overshield.
Trying to get me
There
playing
is
some
only
Mirror
one
4 again.
objective here. It is the Overshield now on Slayer Aquarius. You have to get it off the go.
I would never
We've
try to
seen
get
many
you to play
different
that.
strategies on how to acquire that overshield right off the rip. Is it a full
Cat
push?
eating
You try to
cat
play
cat.
the baiting
I
game
would
and
never try to
or
get
off
you
of
to
the
play
knob.
no
You need
mirror.
to try and have resources in the right
Cat.
place because
$3
you can't
that
seem to
means.
pick it up from the key side. You
Not
have to
me.
almost take alternative
What does it
angles.
mean?
If you can
It
hit
was
the
the
slots right, you
$3.
can get
Yeah.
them very fast and maybe pop it into your chest before you die
It
when
was
you're
that
online.
dark steel
On
money
land,
you was
you're
after.
going to be taking the mark of someone who's launching it, so you have to be more precise with how you approach
Man,
it.
out here.
All I did was say, hey, here's a game where you can get $3.
Because it's not just the
And you
overshield,
and you
of course
was
there's
all
other
over
things you want to be able to
right?
pick up as well, so you just need to make sure you've got that in the back of your mind when it does happen.
Spoke about these players having unbelievable talent on either sides of the roster. Who is it on these teams that you think will be the difference maker in this layer?
I think that you have to look at Formal, the damage output that Formal has been doing throughout not just qualifiers, but in previous events as well. I feel like he's really in his element with the latest meta changes, with the Bandit now coming into the equation. Formal just seems to be even better than he was with the battle rifle, which I think is a scary, scary situation for those that are going up against him. On the flip side, I mean, I want to see something from Precision or maybe Descendant as well. The new name change that they were talking about, does it kind of affect your play style here or there? No, of course it's not going to. But we know what these players can do when they get into individual gunfights, and I'd expect both of them to be playing pretty hot here.
You speak about Formal, rightfully so. You watch his streams, you watch his POV, and he has one of the steadiest shots in the game, Dan. Doesn't matter if it's a bandit, if it's a sniper rifle, a shock rifle, his shot, his pre-aiming, it's always on point.
Yeah, I think that Formal is a player that a lot of people can learn from. I mean, when we come into an Optic Major, there's always going to be that extra expectation, that extra pressure on your shoulder as well, but we know that Formal is not really a player who is affected by said pressure, but it was here at this major last year when we saw Optic had one of their worst placements, right? So we need to see now a bounce back from Optic for the fans, or that's what they're going to feel like as players, that they almost owe the fans that. So I think we're going to see a different look Optic at this tournament, especially after the most recent qualifier being, again, a bit of a dud for them. Top 6, not used to what we're seeing for Optic Gaming. So I'm expecting them to try and prove a point here.
We spoke to members of the Complexity team. They spoke about how top 4 is a dream, top 6 is an expectancy, and anything below that, you're starting to be disappointed. And when you think about this team, what they've been through, you think about, okay, we're going to build this squad. What is it we're trying to achieve? It's to beat the likes of Optic Gaming and to do it in their own backyard.
1.8 is kind of crazy. 1.8 and 1.7, those are crazy changes.
You want to win the whole thing, and you were talking about Slayers. You asked me who I thought might be big Slayers. We didn't mention Lucid. A lot of talk about Formal, but Lucid was an MVP for a reason, right? Unbelievably talented at this video game, and yes, there's been meta shifts that have kind of nerfed him a little bit here or there, but he constantly works his way back up to be at the top of his game. Also wearing the same glasses as Blaze.
Did you say scum?
Interesting, but an amazing player, and if he is firing on all cylinders,
Yep, they say that same thing too. Scump says that's his 1080p version.
Yes, they don't have the same history.
Yeah, he calls himself the 720p version. He said that's my 1080p version.
I just feel like they need one. They need one game here just to say, okay, this series is on, this is doable. If you go 2-0 down, then that's when your heads may start to drop.
I don't know.
Never found him. He
Yeah,
lives
I'm
in
funny.
the
Thanks for sticking with us, folks, as we dealt with some technical issues, but we're rocking and rolling now.
Why your boy got
2 members of Optic Gaming have immediately
Band-Aids
gone
on his
towards the
headset.
overshield as Lucid tried to.
It's to cover up the branding.
He's rewarded with 2 kills and a fresh 5 shots. Triple kill for Lucid and a heat wave to play with.
You could almost see it in his gameplay. He was kind of searching. He was saying, is there more? But it's 4-2 in the early stages. And Optic Gaming, they were rewarded with that
No
overshield.
way he's still alive.
No way! I was like, there's no way you're gonna walk in to a room with 2 people and dominate that.
He shouldn't have lived the first dude, I feel like.
You could do so much damage to those players who are just kind of deer in
No, don't chase that. Don't chase that.
overshield.
He chased that. My bad.
Are they playing real people?
Yeah.
That will not be
You lying.
eventuality.
What?
Respawn screen rejoins us now. Sending over towards card 3, will drop down.
They playing real people.
Set for a trade.
He's sitting on a stage right now.
Optic killing people.
I mean, it's because we're only looking at their POV.
That's all.
We're only looking at Optics POV, that's why. It's 13-9. 15-10.
Complexity stay competitive in this game. They have to get to the latter stages and still be within 5 for me. And if it does get into the later stages, and we start to look at like a 48.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like the top 3 teams, which is Optic, FaZe, and SSG, they kind of like the other teams. Just they literally can't compare when it comes to their skill and their playstyles. Like you may have a tournament where they might slip up. It'll just be for the one tournament.
Precision now.
Oh, that was a good kill. Formless cat.
Go in their favor.
So they brought it back, 16-15.
As well. Now Complexity can push forward.
Where are you
Descendants
seeing this
looking for
number?
those fresh spawners.
At the bottom of the screen.
The closet area. Almost stands still. Still baiting
Oh.
the overshield player. He's gone straight into a brawl.
Good double.
Good for 2 though. 3 go down.
3 go
Lucid, last
down.
man standing.
18-18.
Kind of ambush attempt from Optic, but Descendant was able to get in from an angle where they weren't really
19-18.
expecting it. If you can
Still
go 2 for
wide.
1 with an overshield, you're pretty happy about that. As now at the moment, it's Optic who are kind of forced back into a base.
Bro, that man chase.
You can get one player to kind of sit back and
Until the time runs out?
so much damage to those
Up to
players
50,
that
first to
try and
50.
use those shields. So good awareness there.
Oh,
from Optic, yeah.
that grenade though.
Bodies continue to hit the floor.
There's no way he chowed that with weak bar grenade.
Down to no shields. Ultimately hits the ground at the hands. The trigger of Dead Zone. Be interested to see how they're going to navigate these next few passages of play. Let's go to an Optic Gaming listen in.
Optics is taking off again. They got themselves composed. Yep, 30 to 24.
They really want that controller.
Keep trading each other out here.
I'm listening to Optic comms while watching. Bro, that was confusing me.
Oh, wait, what? Oh.
I was listening to Optics comms while looking at Complexity's POV, was messing me
Yeah, I
up.
was like... I was confused too.
It's like I'm familiar with the voices, so like that was tripping me out.
I mean, they were saying stuff that made no sense to what was happening on screen.
Yeah, he's blew up.
40 to 30, 41 to 31, 10 kill lead. Don't lose another 10 kill lead. They did that last week. Don't lose that. I was about to say, if Complexity lost that gunfight, I was gonna laugh.
Always a pleasure to be a
46 to 34. My gosh,
sneak
bro.
peek into those comms. They only need 4 more kills down, but this has been textbook.
Yeah, and one of the major takeaways was let's keep trading out these kills. They already had like a 6-kill lead, and it just keeps getting better now. As there's no way back into this for Complexity. It's far too far away at this point. 49 turns to 50 in Optic Gaming. They make it 2-0, and it was in a very commanding fashion.
That was very dominant.
Dominated the overshield, dominated the entire presence of the map. Complexity, they never got a chance to get going.
They tied it up once, and then Optics said, "Time to switch gears."
Complexity just didn't look at the races in that game number 2. You spoke about how games 1 and 2 were going to be a struggle for Complexity, and game 3 was going to be that difference maker.
Yeah, game 3 is their last real lifeline, and we'll get into that a little bit after some highlights, but Complexity, they never were able to break out of a base with any real control. It was usually when it was a kill that was traded out. They never got that player advantage that forced...
He has a GoPro camera on his chest.
And you at 50 to 35, it's not a terrible score. We've seen a lot worse on the main stage, but at the same time, it was never really going to be Complexity's game. You'd have to feel like they had to get that one over.
So you see that chain that he just had on his neck? Hex just went and bought like every single person that was in the org at the time when he bought the chains. One of those, and each of them cost like 3K.
Jesus, he answers the call.
Yeah.
Dead Zone as well, registered an impressive tally of 12, 7, and 6. All this talk heading into the tournament. Upgrade, side grade, downgrade. He'll not be putting too much weight into anyone's opinion. He's here to play the game.
And then you look at Formal and Lucid, the 2 damage dealers, 11 assists apiece. If you're playing with Formal and Lucid on your team, you are going to have such a fun time on Aquarius. You don't even need to call out. All you need to do is listen to the damage that's being done by those 2 boys, and you will pick up kills. You will have a fun time on Aquarius, and that certainly seemed to be the case for the rest of Optic Gaming. They find themselves 2-0 up, but they go into Stronghold's live fire, which, as I mentioned earlier, is...
I don't care if they win that Strongholds live fire. They're not winning that oddball. They might win that Slayer Solid.
250 to 233. Still pretty close. And I
That's
still
a
think a
3-0
3-0
Optic.
is
They're not gonna
somewhat
do
on the
that.
horizon here for Optic
They
Gaming,
could,
especially with the
like,
progress
Optic could
they
lose
seem to
that
be playing.
oddball. I just don't really see it happening.
Put ourselves in the headspace of complexity. They found themselves 2-0 up in the qualifier against Optic, and they got themselves reverse swept. Is there something that one of the guys can Ashes turn around and say, here, listen lads, we've had it done, there's no reason we can't do it to them?
Exactly, that's what you need to be saying. You need to be saying to each other, it's completely doable. If they've done it, then we can do it too. And it's one of our better maps.
Oh god, where your headset at?
The one before. It's the perfect way to start a reverse sweep. We've seen reverse sweep started on bad maps. It's more likely though to happen on one of your better maps, and Optic will have that in mind. Optic will know it's going to be one of Complexity's
Of course, they
better
can
maps,
zoom
but
in
at
on
the
the
same
chain.
time, Optic would have been able to do the
He's like, I
research,
want
right?
one.
Optic would have been able to look at why Complexity were winning that. It's not just starting strategy, it would have been control later on in the game as well that maybe they weren't able to wrestle back.
Fire, once upon a time, it was Optic Gaming's home. That was
it really
the one.
was.
I mean, they didn't lose for,
Dang,
it
look
felt
at
like
that.
months,
Platinum?
maybe years. I don't know. But all I know is they were very, very good at that map. But
Platinum Monster
typically
Hunter?
now as time has started to roll on, they've improved in
Platinum
other maps,
chain.
but maybe you've neglected live fire just a touch.
Well, they almost pioneered the way
realize
to
I'm
play
behind.
live fire.
Oh, yeah, I
back in the
forgot.
day, and it's been an evolution ever since with meta changes, kind of spawn shifts as well, weapons changing here and there, power-ups changing. Optic started everything. The whole reason why we probably saw changes to said power-ups because Optic were too good at one point in live fire. But now they have just to continue to learn.
Yeah, the first season, Optic kind of just destroyed everybody. It wasn't even close. And then season 2, teams made some changes, and then it was like a 3-team, like at the top meta, which is still the same 3 teams.
If we're going to see any game go in favor of Complexity, it would be this one.
I think we can talk about, obviously, we mentioned briefly Complexity being the 4th seed, Optic being the 5th seed, and what a statement it would be from the Green Wall. If they win this 3-0 convincingly, that they're here to play and they're here to threaten the big 2.
I think in Optic's minds, they probably still feel like they're a top 4 seed. You know, it was difficult for them because when we look at the qualifiers and how they worked, the top 4 teams from the latest qualifier became the top 4 seeds. But if you look at the accumulative points of Optic Gaming from all of those qualifiers, they still would be ahead of Complexity. So I'm sure in their head that's how they feel, and they just need to kind of reassert their
A
dominance.
1.5 and a 1.4 this series is crazy.
Managed to steal the 4th seed anyway, so that qualifier is irrelevant at that point. So they'll be looking at this as we get a 3-0 here. We end the day, play the open team tomorrow.
How
and
do
then
you
we can really go on a run.
how does
Very
he
interested to see
output
what happens on the start of this
2K
one as well.
more
Optic
damage?
tend to lean very heavily
Who,
towards
Formal?
the green
Last
side. They
season,
usually send
or was
2
that
players to
compared
pillar.
to?
That's just this series.
Go tower, and they
This-
want to get that sniper rifle in Formal's hands. That is their first task, to ensure that they get sniper to him. And Formal on this map gets sniper and usually plays for the camouflage as well. You give him both
Damn,
of
why
those 2
folks are really
things,
just a
he is
fall?
going to be a Terminator, right? He's going to be someone
What?
walking around that map destroying everything. So Complexity, they need to shut that down.
Optic Gaming 1 game away. Taking out the sweep and brush. Clearing Complexity to one side and getting on with their tournament. It's going to be Formal the player.
I can see Optic losing this too, but I can't see them losing the eyeball.
Good things usually happen.
Trade, see that coming. 3 dead, 3 dead both sides.
Trying to send someone up through bottom middle so that it's not going to be an easy grab.
Lucid with the sniper is not something you want to see. Oh, he gonna kill him though.
So Optic still have control and they still have the sniper, and if you can't have it in Formal's hands, you'd like to have it in Lucid's, but good comeback from Complexity to ensure they don't allow him to get going either.
Sniper rifle will be down on sandbags. Interesting to see if Optic can close in, scoop it up. Rhino just delaying this fight. He's gonna have a shield advantage now as well, forcing Trippy all the way back down to bottom middle. Got towards pillars now and touch tight with his teammate Dead Zone. Sending sitting back green, they're trying to capture B, but Ryan Noob's there to be a thorn in the side. 3 down momentarily for Optic Gaming.
And this is a similar tale to what we saw at the very start of the day when we were looking at 2 different teams. Structure versus a little bit of chaos. Complexity do thrive amongst the chaos, whereas Optic, they like to play a little bit more structured. If we see Optic take control, they can probably dominate this game and really close out this series in a very impressive fashion. But if Complexity can kind of keep this close, keep them bouncing between C and A, make them second guess themselves, they can definitely make it competitive.
Also done a wonderful job just delaying that that fight up against two guns, but ultimately he wasn't long for the world.
3 dead. That's not good. They're about to try to get a trip cap on him.
Locked in to the green wall. Descendant gets force pushed off the map by Lucid.
Bro, they spawned. I hate how spawns work sometimes.
Triple cap unofficially in effect. It's not quite locked
He
in.
hit him with that.
Complexity could be in big trouble.
Yeah, big trouble. You have to win a couple of fights here, which they do. 3 go down for Optic Gaming, so it's not the end of the world. If the complexity, and that's what you need. You need someone to be hitting those shots to give your team the chance.
Descendant wobbles the brain of 1. Precision's good for 2. Dead zone challenges on Nest. Ryan Noob's grenade to get the job done. Sniper rifle now. With 1 bullet to play with for Precision. The swing and a miss.
You can't hit them shots. Oh, he got the stick
Great
though.
play for the stick there to ensure you get that trade. Camo's coming up now as well. Have to see if anyone was able to actually get their hands on it. No one yet. It's still going to be up on its platform. So Descendant going to go for a little flank to try and help the rest of the team.
Trades.
But Complexity's still in control whilst they play for this camouflage, so it's also timed pretty well. There's 4 now go down for Optic Gaming, and Complexity, they have a bit of control.
Oh, he's not trying to lose that camp already. Ooh, he reposed that grenade just in time.
In favor of Complexity, you can see why there's very little between them. Descendants looking to push the envelope.
Bro, you lost that?
Shuts the camouflage player down.
He lost that 1v1.
A repulsor to play with as
And
well.
he was camouflaged.
Very little things like that from Formal, where he's just got a bit of an unsurprising strafe. Sometimes he'll just crouch, stand still. Sometimes he's trying to go for a merry dance. And other times he'll give you the jump. Always keeps you on your toes. A very difficult player to challenge in a piv.
Triple cap coming in. They don't know where spawns are at though. That's not good. Oh no, they do now.
Position to score quite a lot of points here.
Formal peeks in, doesn't like what he sees. The distraction was enough though, as Lucid picked up 2 and Dead Zone another.
Does he hear so much?
Could be another triple cap if they're not too careful. Ryan Noob challenges over towards Nest. Loses his shields.
Oh, the timing.
Precision almost loses his face. Formal is shut down. Optic Gaming still remain in control and now just taking the lead.
Formal just trying to hit bodies there. You know, he's connected with the first shot. He didn't even think about that player he's just hit. He trusts that teammates might clean it up, or he might be able to get another body shot to help teammates elsewhere.
No!
Oh my.
He shouldn't have got that kill. I don't care if he traded it. That kill, like, Lucid shouldn't have got that kill.
So now Optic Gaming need to break the setup once more.
Bro, you can't lose that and you get first shot.
It's 5 fresh shots. Teammates were there though, 3 dead for the green wall. Lexi looking to try and put some breathing space between the 2. Formal's gonna pick though. Precision's on big door, Dead Zone. Fights with his back to the wall.
Lucid comes from behind.
Soars forward, gets 1. Might get Ryan Noob as well. He can't do so though. As Ryan Noob prevents the cap. The reset comes in. So Optic will score for the moment.
Scoring the moment, but still behind. And I guess one of Optic's biggest criticisms last year was that they played a little slow at times, and it did allow those teams who
Pick up another camo. Are they gonna do anything with it?
could take them down in games like this.
Nah, he's like, I don't want any of Formal again. He said no, thank you.
The Complexity have been throwing at them. Just need to be careful they don't allow Complexity to get too far ahead here, because you don't want to give yourself too much to do in the later stages of the game, but the camouflage has gone in favor of Complexity quite a few times now.
Have to keep an eye on that. See if it starts to pay dividends.
Oh, wow.
Trades.
An unofficial double kill.
2 dead on both sides.
Double kill. The medal was awarded for Descendant.
Just wanted to take it off him.
I did. I can't have it, no one can. Lucid on scoreboard though. Looking to attack towards jail. Get control of A.
You look behind him.
Spike grenades go down. Just to scare off any would-be push over towards the big door.
Trades.
Lucid's forced to step out to get a kill, but unfortunately for him, it's going to be a reset.
How many times do you see a team go towards A and the other team will say, all right, well, whilst they're at A, let's go towards C? Complexity not playing that way. They said, let's actually challenge them at A and send 1 player over towards C so we can just keep Optic on their toes here, keep them guessing. It's a temporary trip cap for Complexity. It's a good amount of score for them. 100%
Damn, they're getting double teams and they're good right now.
And it could be yet again another trip cap. Optic are caught in a split spawn at the moment. 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, and this is where Complexity can really take advantage.
He said, "I'm gonna take you with me."
That was a real knuckleball. Sent the plasma grenade off the ground into the air again. Stuck to the kneecap. 4 dead for Optic.
I'm trying to keep these trip caps up.
Going well here for Complexity. In many ways, thanks to Precision.
Man, that was a good nade.
14. He's been the difference maker here.
Like I said, I can see Optic losing this map.
Descendant also putting up some very respectable
I don't
numbers.
understand what happened.
3 dead
I
for
thought
Optic.
Optic was doing really good, and then like I don't know how.
They had they killed 2 people. What they did was they forced them to spawn on both sides of the map, so they can't ever group up together to actually do a 4v4. So now you kept having like,
You can manage that?
yeah, the map is that small. Because like the respawn timer is like 7 seconds or something like that. So that's 7 seconds for you to kind of talk to your team about what they're gonna do before they respawn. So you can continuously call split spawns this way.
Just can't seem to get the numbers on the map. Ryan Noob's going to be a pick though for Lucid, who has the camouflage.
All right,
This
let's
could be
see.
an
Oh,
opportunity back into the
they
game.
got 2 in.
It's Complexity only
Lucid
being
got a
18,
camera.
but how many times have we seen this slip through the fingers of the players and the teams in the lead?
We've already seen it once today, a 100-point comeback right at the beginning of today. Can we see something similar from Optic Gaming?
No.
Can they take a leaf out of Rebellion's books? What they did against Sentinels? Well, they have a trip cat. That's certainly a way to start things. Trade comes out though, shutting Lucid down, and this is where Complexity just need to not panic. Yes, okay, you are so
He
close to winning.
sent him
And
off the
yes,
map.
you are being put in a trip cap. You just need someone to say, let's breathe, let's work together, let's focus on one, get that back first, and then we begin to move together. A was the focal point, they get it, and now you just start to work towards your next.
If this was Optic of first season, I feel like they can come back this map, but it's not.
They can ill afford to give up too many more points here. Lucid tries to fight against Descendant. Expects the rechal, had to reload. And the fadeaway shot will connect. Precision gets 2 elsewhere. This could be curtains. As A and B now flip back towards Complexity, and they're closing in on victory.
Yeah, that was a big win in the 1v1. Had Lucid stayed alive, this could have been very different, but now they only need 4 points.
Complexity moments away from getting themselves right back into this series.
That's
and
good.
they will. 2-1 now the score.
I don't really see them winning that oddball though. I just don't.
There was one of their better game types, and they prove why, and it transitions from online right to LAN, as this was a far more effective way of
Went
playing.
live on that Rim
The
World.
shutdown Optic a lot easier, so they're back into this series, and they can start to think about game 4. As for Optic, again, it's not the end of the world, they are still leading, but it is that kind of seed being planted of, okay, well, what if they do what we did to them back in the qualifiers?
And as that game ended, Dan, you gave me a little look, a little smug smile, as though you knew exactly what way that script was going to go.
Well, it's funny because I have little stars next to which team I think is going to win each map, and it has gone that way so far. But my star goes to Optic Gaming for the next one, so we'll have to see whether they are able to win Oddball Recharge. But for now, you can see the statistics on your screen. Clutch wanted Precision to match Lucid. Well, he matched him, and then he doubled it. 30 kills from him, and if he can keep playing like that, they still have a chance in this series for sure.
That's not double, sir.
Putting up very good numbers as well, it must be said. But the damage as well for Precision, nearly 7,000. And as we look at the highlights, some beautiful shots were on display, as you see from Descendant, but now a lifeline in the series, Dan, going to the oddball. I know you put an asterisk beside Optic Gaming claiming that they're going to be the favourites here, but that score, 250 to 165. We speak about planting the seed of belief. It's well and truly planted. Can they now add some water to it?
They can certainly give it a good effort, but Oddball and Stronghold's very different game types, and it does lean towards the playstyle of Optic Gaming a little bit more. You get your setup, you hold, and you have your structure. There's a reason why they're 6-1 on this game type map and mode throughout the qualifiers, because they know and love how to play Oddball. And not only were they good at Oddball back in the day with APG, but now they have Dead Zone, who is again one of the best ball players you can have on your team. APG, Dead Zone, and Snakebite, 3 of the best Oddball players you will see in the HCS. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Dead Zone kind of does with the ball. Where's he going to go? Where does he move with the team? And sometimes the team will move around him. It's not necessarily him listening and saying, okay, where should I be going? He dictates where that ball's going to be going, and the rest of the boys will say, all right, well, now we're playing tower. Let's get to him. Let's make sure he's got the support.
And it's what the best oddball players do in the game is they almost see ahead of time. They know exactly where to rotate the ball, when they're getting pressure applied to them, when is the time to go, when is the time to play the ball. And few do it better than Dead Zone, excuse me. Lottie said it's going to keep happening all weekend, and she was right.
And what I love about this team, Optic Gaming, is that they don't rely on Dead Zone to do all of it. Trippy picks up a lot of the slack when it comes to oddball as well. He'll make sure that he's grabbing it. He'll put himself in the danger areas so that he can put some time on the board. They're not afraid to pick up that ball. There's so many times we see teams that are kind of like, well, you know, we've got 2 dead. Maybe we should look for the 3rd. Optic will be like, all right, we've got 2 dead. Let's get that ball, and we'll find the 3rd as we pick it up so we can get some time. But you are right, Complexity, they have momentum on their side now. They've got that map under their belt. They have that belief that they can do it. This is going to be a great game 4. Can't wait for it.
As we load in, Optic Gaming in a very similar situation they were just a game ago, still 1 away from winning the series. Will look a little less dominant than when you look at the stats. People will say, well, 3-1 was a close one. Importantly, it was Complexity who took an objective game type.
Keep an eye on the grenades here from Complexity as well. They did fantastic during the qualifiers at shutting Optic down immediately with grenades, but it looks like Optic are trying to play things a little bit different. They're wise to it now and not allowing the same thing to happen. But you can see
that nade killed.
Precision, but Optic were able to get a couple of picks of their own.
Another nade falls in the feet of Formal, which makes
3 dead on both sides. Trades in the mid.
Double kill, but will fall down as well. Trippy's got gold in control. Dead Zone's going to be the support player over towards Pipes. Send it down to half shields. We really see the entrance to the red Pipes area. It'll be a nade fest. 2 players now going to make the push into the waiting guns, but the push has been successful so far. Lovely plasma grenade.
Bro, they trading all across the entire map.
Is that now, Descendant? That's at least 4 we've seen so far this series, right? Really has the precision of it, and that's just a coincidence.
And there was nobody with Lucid there. It's crazy.
You can take away from the previous game. If I was kind of listening to them chat, they're probably saying, well, how did we win against Optic? It was a little bit of the chaos. It was disrupting that structure. How can we replicate that in a game of ball? Well, it's keeping that ball moving. It's keeping Optic on their toes.
No way.
Ryan who gets the kill onto Trippy, a big one as well.
Still don't have ball control.
As you say it, Lucid takes control. Ryan who relinquishes the shock rifle. Possibly one of the worst players in the lobby you could give it to. Second shot finds a home. Precision was in trouble as well, but for that little D-scope at a very vital time. Lucid threatened to drag it onto him. The Descendant goes down. Looks like the call has come to try and play out A, create some space. Lucid has done that. Now,
Green
Gaming
wall.
hold the goal pipe set up. Puss has gotten a kill over towards Glass, but has to back away. Ryan
No way he doesn't
shields.
die.
Shock rifle will find a home, but only enough to take away his shields.
We got trade.
Spree, locked in, and a 29-second to 2 lead.
Great aggression there at Lucid. A lot of people would sit back with the shock, but he recognized he only had 1 bullet left. Alongside the grapple, so he says, right, I can maybe do a little bit of damage and cause a little bit of chaos here. As now Rhino with the camouflage does get spotted out, but it was off the back of a double kill. He's done enough to allow the team to push up.
God dang.
3 dead on the side of Optic, so this is going to be Complexity's first chance to maybe get some ball time, and that's a great grab from Descendant there.
Descendant falls.
Up. Formal gets 2.
No real setup.
Bro, don't blow yourself up, man.
That's all it was. It's a relinquished ball to Optic Gaming. How do they now break the setup? Let's have a little listen in with Complexity and see how they manage things.
They rotated that good. Nice. I don't like the spot on the map for control, though. But 2 dead, 2 dead. Trades. Oh my god, that screen. Trades. You're not winning that. They're gonna throw ball off map. If you throw ball off map, it resets. And so usually what you want to happen then is like for your team to get control of this area, which they call gold, because the ball resets on the gold side. Oh my god, that screen. They're coming back, yeah. Oh my god, what is happening? They lost formal. Oh, they got the double kill. They got 3 dead there.
You're hearing passion. You're hearing comms. Fast paced. These players recognize just how close they are to winning the round. They've now just taken the lead.
2 dead, 2 dead.
Let's go optic chant.
Oh no no no! Ooh, formal doesn't survive that.
Lexi have a 2-second lead. 1:25 on the clock.
This might come down to time.
From these complexity players is how difficult they are when they're down to no shields, just making sure they milk their life for as long as possible.
They're slippery, aren't they?
They are.
They seem to be oiled up.
It's 3 dead on optic. Stay alive, Trippy. Stay alive. Don't get collapsed on.
I do feel like those
So this is where they have the split spawn. So like Trippy was there alone, and like no matter where the team, like his team is never gonna spawn near him. So this is how you like kind of control the game. You force them to spawn out away from their teammate that's like left alone, and they can't come back now.
10 seconds required. Ryan Noob locks in 1. 2 players spawn over toward.
Oh my gosh!
You filthy animal.
Don't ever shoot bodies, bro. Don't shoot bodies.
Oh wait, that's round 1?
Yeah, that's why I said don't shoot bodies.
Oh, you can't get that. They might even start it.
It's 2 rounds, so it's not that many. Alright, Complexity got the lead on this. 3 dead on optic. Stay alive. Oh, can win that one.
Lucid desperately tries to live over towards Grapple. Ryan Noob down to no shields on Whirlpool. Formal soars forward and locks in that kill. The damage was done. The great start the Complexity had. They've given the ball
Shouldn't have
over.
did that.
And now Optic have the setup. Formal's got shock rifle sitting back ledge. And he's ready to do it for Gotham.
Rotate it this way, rotate it this way.
They're just not quite able to get the timing. It does allow Complexity to cross over towards blue, but
Alright, yeah, now they can rotate it towards that way. They know they're going to spawn gold side.
And now Optic have got the desired setup. This is where usually they're at their very best. Not only have they got players in the right position, but they've got all the tools they could want. You just need to hit the shots. And there you have it. Formal hits the first. But Complexity do well to respond here. You've got to send 2 players at the shock rifle sometimes, especially when it's Formal who's holding it.
I think you should just... Oh!
Slips away. The ball will fumble down the triple stacks in a little bit of no man's land.
Trippy's by himself.
On average, throughout the qualifiers, he was around 26
No way! What a steal!
Yes.
What?
Style of the game. It's quick movement movement around the map. It's being
spider?
unpredictable. It's using every tool in his arsenal to get kill after kill, whether it be grapple, whether it be repulse, whether it be a shock rifle. Hell, he probably gets kills with a ball every now and then as he tries it. But only gets the initial beat down as Precision gets
The team was nowhere near him. Bro, that would have been crazy.
So sick. The use of that grapple, able to change trajectories, camouflage up now. Dead Zone continues to put down cover fire.
Trippy should have that kill. That's 3 dead, 2 dead.
And he's moving into pipes.
Shouldn't Formal have entry first? They're gonna toss grenades over there. I'm like Formal should be sitting there.
He's just hoping to go unseen.
Wait, they get a coach?
Yeah, they get a coach. Their coach actually can talk to them during the game.
Very dangerous when you play a game like that with camo because you can so easily get spotted out and get punished for it. But it seems to have worked out in Optic's favor.
No way he kept that.
Complexity, temporarily, I think 4.
He handed it right to Optic. Bro, that's what I said. Don't shoot bodies, bro.
And now they want to show that actually we're not going to allow Complexity to get back in this game. Let's show why we are good at oddball, why we were so good in qualifiers, and it's setting up properly.
Dead Zone. Leading Complexity on a merry dance. Managed to play the ball and stick a little furry
Trades.
mess onto the
No way he doesn't die from that.
member. Ball will go back in towards elevator now. Complexity of hands on. Precision over towards Trippy corner, is dropping his back down towards C steps. Huss is gonna try and make the cross.
Trippy, you gotta make them shots, bro.
And they can build and they can close the gap on that lead.
Important that Ryan was shut down there. We saw what he did with the shock rifle towards the end of the first round. Dead Zone listening to that call out and making sure he falls.
Bro, what? Just get the camera. Okay, it was not up. Oh.
Doesn't even get the chance. Again, communication on point for Optic Gaming to shut down these no-shield players. It's what you said in that previous round that Complexity were escaping on no-shield far too much.
Right, Optic's ball.
Saying, we cannot allow these no-shield players to get away because then they.
Bro, why did they spawn there? That doesn't make sense.
Camo in 3. Rhino down there with eyes on. Precision gets Dead Zone. Numbers advantage then.
This is probably the hardest spot.
He's going to be crying out for help, and he needs it. It comes, but unfortunately for him, he loses
2 dead. 2 for 2.
the price, but manages to take down the camouflage player. 2 players now positioned over towards long haul. Here comes the boom. Huss gets taken care of. Precision fights from the back foot down the no shield. Continues to jiggle peek. Ryan now falls as well. And Optic Gaming are but moments away from tying up this game.
Dead Zone, by the way, still scoring heavily with the ball, but 23 kills alongside it. Naturally, when you're playing the
Man, it's 23 kills and 57 seconds on holding the ball.
take those 1v1s, and Dead Zone's been winning them, and it looks like
Bro, that man can fly.
to taking this round number 2. One last push though for Complexity. Dead Zone drops the ball to fight with Trippy, and they try and get these
No,
kills,
they
but
don't
there's been
trade.
3 down on both sides here, but Formal wins the last. Will the ball stay on? Yes, it will. A chance still for Optic to win it here.
No need for
I was about to say, it's rolling off.
It's got it in his hands. Smoke screen goes down to add and provide even more cover. 1-1 the score.
So, bro, don't shoot bodies, bro.
Back into the crowd and belief back into Optic Gaming that they can get this done in 4. You don't want to go
Not that it always happens, but usually when you shoot bodies, you lose the map. Just gonna say that right now. It doesn't always happen, but majority of the time, it usually does. I'm talking 60% of the time, the person who like shoots bodies, they go to lose the map, especially if they're playing a team that's better than them. At least if they're better the team, like that usually won't happen. Like you usually won't lose the map, but there's still some times where that's happened. Like a more dominant team loses the map because they shot bodies.
Push the ball towards pipes. He's got teammates around him, providing cover. Rhino particularly from bottom elevator.
So they got good control of the map.
Sennett not feeling too comfortable, and the opposite toss the ball out towards batteries.
He feels like he needs to help.
But they have a 10-second slender advantage.
I think we have to give credit for Complexity here, going toe-to-toe with Optic Gaming.
You got
Previous
2
world
dead.
champions, some of these guys. I mean, if you ask Descendant, Haas, Precision, then one day you're going to be going up against world champions and being able to actually take them down and take them to game.
Oh, they don't know they're over there.
But now they're here, they're riding with the big dogs. And there's no reason
No way.
maybe Formal wants to put
No way, Formal's still
How is Formal
alive.
still alive?
What?
Now they've got ball.
Famine out of there.
Does Formal know?
Enemy has the ball.
How was Formal still
Players
alive
pushing
through
towards
that?
Rockwell. The information looks as though the answer to that question is yes. Precision will drop on the C steps, and Formal will get him.
Oh, he got caught from both sides.
Played it towards bottom middle, and it's now Optic who have that 10-second advantage.
There's 3 dead on Optic though.
With the shock rifle though, but
And he got camo?
trying to get in and out with this skull, and will do so. Has the ball, and now they can try and get a blue setup on the go. Formal's already fallen, so they do have the player advantage, but a couple of trades in the kill feed with Lucid and Huss falling.
No, it'll roll. You can't kick it.
It is getting scrappier in this third round.
Oh, he missed the camo.
That one is whipped away, but not quite in time. Or is it? Oh, Rhino doesn't get the chance to pop it in. So Camo's going to be down, and Trippy's going to have the chance to grab it.
What? Did I just see?
What the?
What just happened?
Where did all that come from?
I have no clue. I don't know what just happened.
They're always on the same page.
Oh, come on, come on. Get a trade. You know somebody's below you.
At that moment.
Bro, I have no clue. Lucid can't do a 2v1.
The green wall. Formal's going to try and milk this ball for as long as possible.
Good milkage.
Bro, you threw that grenade right there.
Optic Gaming just to maintain a 30-point lead, and Trippy's already.
No way he traded
You
that.
have to shut down Trippy. If he had won that fight, then Complexity may have struggled to wrestle back control over towards the ball side. Again, Lucid just doing Lucid things, manipulating the map in any
It
way he
says
can.
2 dead, 3 dead.
3 minutes still remain, so it's no real
3 dead, Optic ball, 4 dead, 4 dead.
control. There's all 4 dead on the side of Complexity.
Question now is, how is your
You know they're spawning there with us split
You
spawns.
start throwing bodies forward needlessly here. Enemy has the ball.
Yeah, it's split spawns.
Descendant's got the opening pick.
It's worse when you don't have the information on split spawns.
Descendant moves towards glass. 3 dead.
So now like this happens, like
Trippy can only watch as his teammates fell around him and he joins them.
yeah.
So this is going to be Complexity's first real chance now to get an actual
I don't know
setup.
if
They have 4 down
mushrooms-
on the side of Optic.
Jittery.
Lucid though, off spawn, does take down Rhino. Formal follows up, so they don't get set up in the way they would have liked. Ball is going to have to be tossed out into more open area, and Optic get 3 dead, and Lucid wants to get more.
2
Lucid
dead.
gets what he wants. That's the shock rifle. See, he hunted that player down. Precision will make the cross. The ball's back in pipes.
Ooh.
Precision gets dispatched. Enemy team nearing victory. Lucid has quite a lot of ammunition to play with. As I say that,
He got that.
with the plasma pistol. Ryan Newbon goal steps will get one. They tried to play the ball. Enemy has the ball. They haven't done so successfully. At least they haven't thrown it too far.
When weapon updates come in, that plasma pistol probably would have hit. But at the
Optic
moment,
need
it's
11
still
seconds.
guard time.
Let's see.
45 seconds on the board for Complexity. Still lining in for the
Take it slow, get kills.
agonizingly close here to winning
got
this
plenty of
entire
time,
series and
Oh, come on, you can't die like that. Dead zone. So 2 dead on both sides. Oh, no, I just had someone storm back there. Oh, back up for him. Keep your life.
But we know that nothing is a guarantee here in the HCS, and we have seen crazy things happen.
Bro, they lost Formal.
They lost.
Oh, they finally got him, but it didn't matter.
Victory here. They sent too many resources away, and Lucid claims the
They sent too many people after Formal. Oh. Man was across the map by the time they found him. Yeah, but the coaches in Halo, they can actually like they have comms and everything with them, so you're technically listening. You're listening to 5 players, even though there's only 4 people playing the game. And it's just like because he can kind of keep time of like some of the like power weapons and stuff like that. Even though as the players, they already do a good job about that. Like he just like, hey, this camo is really important. This overshield is really important. The rocket launcher is really important.
Not only does he get 30 kills, but he also had the majority of the bull time as well.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's got neg 3 with 30 kills. He died 33 times. In so many engagements there. He's taken so much damage, but also dealt so much damage at the exact same time.
23 and 31.
Exactly the position that Optic wanted him to be fitting
That's
into,
so funny.
And now Optic Gaming find themselves at the top of the pool and looking pretty good going into the rest of the weekend.
Optic Gaming, like you say, sitting atop of Pool D, barring an open team entering here and
Don't shoot bodies, bro. That's all I have to say.
they will claim that fourth seed as they push forward. You've got something to tell me, Dan.
That man felt he was so big and bad shooting bodies. I wonder if the chat's even saying anything. Where's the chat at? Oh, come on, chat.
It's almost like they wanted it to go to round 3.
Can't be shooting bodies when you're losing. Oh, you celebrated too soon, but it was a nice little play with the shock rifle. It was like, bro, you don't shoot bodies, fam. Ryan Noob ain't shooting bodies now. Ryan Noob equal clown. All that for a drop of blood.
I like what I've seen from Dead Zone. I think that we expected this to happen.
Where's Ryan Noob right now?
Right? Dead Zone looked amazing when he was on the SSG roster, and it doesn't look like he's out of character
See you, Ryan Noob.
playing for Optic Gaming. He hasn't had to change his playstyle too much. He hasn't tried to fit
shooting bodies just to lose.
for Optic Gaming, and I think he looks like a player that is going to be a real threat.
Bro, that was crazy. I didn't understand what happened. Like, where did that person come from? Like, it didn't make any sense to me.
Of what we've seen then, CTF Empyrean 3-0, pretty comfortable. Slayer Aquarius, much of the same thing. With Stronghold's live fire, with Complexity roared back to life. But Oddball Recharge is how it finished, and it went the way of Optic Gaming, and almost the way you predicted that it was going to go. A 3-1 run out for Optic Gaming.
But where?
Blaze is on the stage with H4F. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Shurs. Esports Arena shows some love to Optic Gaming as they move on to Saturday. And what a day it was, Formal. Man, you guys had 2 series. You just wrapped this one up 3-1. Talk to me about how the day was as a whole for the squad getting this land play.
It's been good practice playing with Zane because it's our first tournament together. So obviously we're just gonna get better and better and better. The first series was like a little rough. I think we should have won.
That's not the pool play one.
Like
Is this it?
And that series was like we lost the game 3, but like.
Okay, so yeah, here goes the pool play.
It's just fucking ass. So.
See, look, they called him out. It's like you shooting bodies. Called him straight ass, bro. Like you can't be doing that, fam.
You know, it's been a roster change. Talk to me about where you feel like you guys can go playing with him on the squad and what he's been bringing to you guys so far.
I mean, like, our, like, peak is, like, really, really good. So I hope that you guys can see that this weekend at some point. We're really good, so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
All right. And now, lastly,
it looks like Cloud9 is powering through, though. Which they should. They shouldn't lose to any of these teams. Like, where they started here. 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 3-1. They only played a best of 3? That sucks. Damn, a best of 3 is kind of sad, but whatever. Oh yeah, Business is another team that they shouldn't lose to anybody. Yeah, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Oh, but they lost here. No way.
At certain points in that game where you know, they did manage to wrangle it back and take it back off of them, but maybe some false confidence happening.
Baseline got sent.
That was a really difficult series for them. Optic only got better from when we saw them earlier on, and Clutch.
Who's in the lower bracket right now?
Of that entire situation, that entire series, and how that one unfolded.
Yeah, big question for me coming into this series: are we going to learn more about Optic Gaming, or are we going to learn more about Complexity? I think we learned more about Optic Gaming in this series. That Complexity team is good. This Optic team is great, and you heard it from Formal. He hopes that they can play at their ceiling. That was not their ceiling. This team, when they are on fire, has the potential to do unbelievable work on the server. So I'm excited to see even better Optic as they continue to improve with the newly acquired Dead Zone on their roster throughout this weekend.
Yeah, Tony, I've got to say Dead Zone has been lights out today. And that's actually testament to the fact that he's still very brand new on this roster. This roster is still working through things right now. They're still trying to gel.
All right, time to play some
exactly how they
Call
want to
of
kind
Duty.
of
I'm
strategize
pretty sure they're done for the day. I don't think they're gonna show the rest of the matches. They might show the rest of the matches in pool play, but like, I don't really know any of those teams, like, except for like Cloud9. So it's Cloud9 versus Lore Gaming Org. I don't even know if they're gonna play these today. They also apparently got a free-for-all tournament tomorrow.
Free-for-all?
I guess just, like...
Just a friendly free-for-all?
1v10? Whatever, yeah. Bracket not started, players not seeded, pools, I don't know. Alright, let me move this up here. Formal with a 1.2. Plug up my controller. Spell time wrong? Oh, I didn't. I need to. I don't even know if I could change. Can I change the title on here? I just have to like stop